And we're back with Hoard of the Dragon Queen.
Yay!
Hello, everyone. Yep, this is the first session of episode 2 of Hoard of the Dragon Queen. It's been a while since we recorded the first one. I think I have learned a little bit more about 5th edition, like combat and stuff, so hopefully there will be fewer instances where I accidentally apply Pathfinder rules or anything. But we'll see. It'll be a learning experience for all of us.
Will has changed class to a chronomancer.
Yep. I hope you're excited to see that.
Get out of town.
Goldilocks.
Yeah, Goldilocks is really I was about to call her Scarlet Charlotte.
Goldilocks is a boy.
Multiple, that's wrong in many ways. Geraldine Scarborough from prehistoric times equals Goldilocks. It's well known.
Yeah.
We're building the good lore.
Geraldine's a
No, I wouldn't call it that.
We're building a lore.
There you go.
Wow. All right, so let me just real quick recap what happened in the last 2 sessions. So the party traveled through the southern reaches of the Sword Coast to the small hamlet of Greenest, which they found under attack by a large band of raiders consisting mostly of humans, but also with a large number of kobolds and some other draconic creatures in tow. And these forces sacked the shit out of it. Almost everything of value was taken, but thanks to your intervention and a few crucial operations you ran, you were able to save the lives of most of the citizens, at least the ones who were still alive when you got there. And additionally, you were actually able to ward off an adult blue dragon.
Against all odds.
Against all odds. It was not up for dealing with your shit, with your horseplay. And so, for the moment at least, the town is at peace. The fires are going out. There's a heavy pall of smoke still lingering in the air. Gilligan goes for a swim. And it's now, we'll pick back up. It is the following morning in the town. So you guys are pretty much the town heroes at this point. The governor has invited you to stay as long as you like, but time is still of the essence. And I will move you to the greenest map. So after finally getting to take a much-deserved rest for the remainder of the night and into the late morning, you guys spent the night at this inn a short distance outside of the keep. Much of it was ransacked, but it looks like the core supplies, the food and grains and stuff, were mostly left behind. And by and large, the rooms were left in order, since many of them were empty of valuables to begin with. So you were able to spend a well-earned, restful night, and is now... it's probably about 10 a.m. the following morning, and you begin to stir, unsure of what will be the next step in this saga.
Stamp's been talking to Goldie all night. Yep, and that's why I'm not allowed to actually deliver things by hand anymore. You saw me throw that at the dragon? I used to just throw parcels over the next town and a house would blow up.
Oh, that explains a lot. Yeah, there used to be this nice town nearby. Not here anymore. It just looks like Swiss cheese. It's just gone.
Flora, comes out. She's, completely disheveled after finally getting some sleep. Are you guys still talking?
We're friends.
Yeah, friends.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no.
She
You do hear Gilligan laugh from the other room.
She wails on her own back for half a second. They stole exactly 2 of the legs off of my bed. I got the worst night's sleep of my life. Who does that?
Which legs of the bed?
Yes, the sort of side legs, the ones facing the door. I've had a terrible night's sleep.
Oh. Why don't you just cut the other legs off and just blame it on them?
She looks like her eyes suddenly unfocus for a second, and she has a shit, I should have done that expression on her face.
Somewhere, holding 2 sawed-off legs from a bed, Mobold quietly chuckles.
No!
That fucker.
Well, now you know for next time.
Well, I know for next time. She sits down next to you, like, nursing a cup of coffee.
Right. So, what's our next plan of action?
Well, I think we need to save you-know-who.
Yes, I do know who. Looks over at Stamp for confirmation.
Yeah, the town was just a crater. He's been talking the whole time.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you know who.
Oh,
But just
yes.
in case others weren't listening, who?
Oh, our contact in the area.
Right.
Remember? Nice
Him.
elf monk person?
Oh, yeah, now I do, yeah.
Yeah, that one. I believe we're supposed to be helping him.
Do we know where he is?
Probably taken back to their camp, if I had to guess.
Then I suppose we should go there. We should probably get everybody else.
We should
yes,
probably ask
absolutely.
the people who... Do we know for sure if he was taken to their camp, or he might still be in town hanging out?
You didn't get total confirmation. No one explicitly saw him, like, being killed or being captured or, like, getting away. But he was part of a group, and it's known that several members of that group, like, escaped, but he was not among them. So he is presumed killed or captured, but no one's found his body either, so captured is the most likely option based on
Can't wait
what
for
you
the
know.
plot twist where he's a defector.
Ooh.
I believe, since this is, leans into Goldilocks, Harper business, we should officially request the aid of these fine folks. I am a complete
Yeah.
weenie baby and will die in one hit.
I mean, yeah, after your hit point roll, yeah.
Holds up dice with a 1 on it, frowning and staring at it.
That's rough. That's rough. But
Why didn't you just turn the die after it rolled and say that the kobolds did it?
Stares into the middle distance again.
didn't you roll bad too, Stamp?
No.
Looks an awful lot like a 2.
Thought it was a 3.
Oh no! So, bad dice rolls regardless. Stamp, I believe Goldilocks and I would like to officially request your aid in this matter.
Sure, I keep forgetting to give the GM other ideas for people to deliver letters to, so I have nothing else to do.
Yeah. Okay.
What a
The Stamp
weird
story arc is gonna play out over the long haul.
The Sam story arc is just Jello forgets to do this letter quest idea he proposed for 50 sessions. And we get to the end and I just go, shit!
Well,
Yeah.
what a strange confirmation. Okay, I believe he's on board. Pats Goldilocks on the back once.
Cool. All right, let's get the other 2.
Tobias, are you awake in there? Rap, 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 knocking on his door.
You hear him.
Oh, he's speaking in tongues. Goldilocks, do you recognize that language?
Is it, let me look at my languages. Is it Draconic or Common?
Dracommon.
Dracommon?
Ooh, let me look at my languages list. Is it common?
Oh, is
No.
that everything?
I thought you were listing things. I was. I'm done.
Oh. Damn.
Tobias, are you okay in there?
You hear a startle, and he swings open the door, some boring ass book in his hand, and his hair all a mess. With all that hair, it's like it's a lot of work to maintain. So he's like not even ready to be up yet. Oh, what? Oh, it's just you.
Ah!
It is 10 in the morning. We have got things to
Another
do.
kobold! Should I hit it?
No, wait. How awake are you,
It's some
Tobias?
sort of hair elemental.
He He like rubs the bridge of his nose. I'm awake enough. I was just having a terrible dream. I lost another book. He looks really somber.
Oh. That's,
This is a problem that's only for him.
Exchanges looks with Goldilocks.
Stamp looks
Yeah.
over at Flora. You know, you shouldn't joke about hair elementals. I once lost an entire shipment to a group of Mohawks.
really?
Yeah, they're terrifying.
Oh, that is delightful.
They swoop down and entangle whatever you're holding and fly away.
All right, well, hold on. Let me put on my face. He closes the door. You hear a clap, like magic sounds, and then he comes back and goes, "All right, we're ready to go."
Oh, all right.
He's
Hey,
like glimmering and fresh.
Yeah, he looks pretty good.
Goldilocks just kind of rests on the doorway to Gilligan's room and knocks on the door with his tail. You ready? I'll ask. Are you ready?
I know how that is.
You hear some shuffling, some like little whispers. Creaks open the door. One moment. Couple of
No-
smashes. Opens the door, like big breezy opening of it. Yes, let's go. Wait, where are we going?
Oh yes, I believe we have to officially request your aid. Goldilocks, you do it.
Come on.
All right, roll diplomacy.
Yeah, I'll roll diplomacy.
I believe what my associate is trying to say. Could you please? Oh, he did a fantastic job. I'll just shut up.
I mean, like, I wasn't really against going on a little adventure for fun. I just want to know where we're going.
All right, yeah. Flora, where are we heading off to? We gonna go talk to the mayor first? Just going straight to the camp?
Yeah, I believe we should look for clues. Try to investigate remnants of our dear friend. After all, just to make things clear, we're after this what's the half-elf monk's name?
Leosin Erlenthar.
Leosin Erlenthal.
Yeah,
Erlenthar.
That's a Lord of the Rings ass kind
Yeah.
of name.
We're looking for Leo.
We're looking for our friend Leo.
Ooh, he sounds
Oh.
boring.
Yeah, that
He may
name's
be
not
boring,
nearly
but he-
fantastical and hard to remember enough.
Yeah, he's like, that's why we call him Leo.
Yes, it should be something like Tamias Lancaster or Gilligan Seymour Von Fathoms.
Or
No,
table.
that's a terrible idea.
That was a good one. I'll roll bluff. Do I not have? Oh, it's deception. Okay.
I'm gonna take a note on my character sheet of what this fucker.
Oh no, he might know I was lying.
Oh no!
Ooh, stamp. No.
It's just
But, yeah. Let's hear. So, are we able to just? Can I just use like a, I guess, persuasion check to just chat with the public and see if they know anything?
Sure. So, you're gonna head out into town then, as your first.
Yeah, I'll wander about.
Okay. Is Goldilocks going by himself, or the rest of you guys want to come along?
we could split up, gang, and look for clues.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. I'm going with him.
Let's split up for safety.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys make your way to the lower floor of the inn, and out into the street. And as you emerge into the light of the late morning, there is a man who is standing, but resting against a support beam of the house across the road. Who seems to have been waiting for you, because as you emerge, he upturns the brim of his hat a little, kind of like nods once and pulls away from the beam to walk over to speak to you.
Oh.
Did we find him?
Intriguing.
I wish everything was this easy.
Hello. You're the ones who did all that fine work the other day, right?
I don't like the way you talk.
All right, Gilligan. Maybe let me.
Sorry to hear
hello.
that.
Hello,
Die.
sir. I'm terribly sorry. Gilligan is...
Honest
What's
when
up?
I haven't had my breakfast.
All right, here, go. I hand Gilligan a gold. Go get a sandwich.
Well, actually, that's that's fine to hear because actually I was here on instructions from the governor. The governor's mansion was burned down, I'm afraid. One of the buildings that was quite simply consumed in an inferno. But he's got some temporary lodging set up, and he wanted to come and ask you whether you wanted to have breakfast with him and discuss the next move.
Oh,
It's entirely optional since you've already done more than enough, his words. But he's interested in speaking to you more if you've got the time to spare.
I suppose we could grab some breakfast quick. Give me my gold back. He just takes the gold back from Gilligan.
No, it was a gift!
No, you are not buying the sandwich
you
back
are
because
the
this fine
worst!
gentleman's going to give us breakfast. You will get this gold when you earn it, boy.
I'll get it.
Tobias is already at the bar. Yes, I would like.
No, Tobias, we're getting breakfast at the mayor's house. Come on.
But I'm hungry now.
We can get hungry food. Come
I
on.
still haven't decided. He turns to the bartender. What do you recommend? I just can't decide.
I'm just grabbing my
Everything's
clothes.
burned!
Hey, Stamp, I got a delivery for you. Grab Tobias and deliver him to the mayor's house.
Tobias! He picks Tobias up. Oh, I'm afraid you don't have enough postage on this to ship it, but I'll do you a solid because we're buddies.
I finally decided what I wanted.
Illegal.
As they.
Stamp trots off in a random, probably incorrect direction.
Yeah, they'll get there eventually. Come on.
I was going to have scrambled eggs with ham on the side.
This is fun. You people are fun.
Hambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs. Ugh, that sounds awful.
I was more saying that as Civ, but I forgot to turn off the voice.
Okay. Wait a minute. Civ is playing Gilligan?
The man leads you a short distance through the town to the north. I'll drag you. It doesn't really matter where on the map, but I'll drag you regardless. So he leads you up here.
The big fancy house.
Yeah, it's
It's like missing a wall.
It's a nice house. It looks like it sustained some damage in the fighting, but it's largely structurally intact. He opens the door for you, and inside you can see. Indeed, it looks like that based on the bare wall, probably like a painting was taken. There is a little bit of blood and a few burn marks here and there. Looks like there was some kind of scuffle that's been partially cleaned up, but not entirely. And at the back, just coming out of the kitchen, now looking a little bit better than he was when you saw him the previous night. His arm's still in a sling, but no longer covered in blood. The governor comes out holding a plate of sausages and small breakfast things. Ah, I'm glad to see you're all up. Don't blame you for rising late after that hellish day.
Inexplicably, Stamp and Tobias arrived before you somehow and are already sitting down at a small table eating the sausages.
Oh, this is lovely.
There was
Yeah.
Munch crunch.
There was a bit left in the cellar here. I'm afraid this house's occupants were not among the survivors. Feels ingracious to take up residence here, but since I'm without a home myself, needs must.
They just killed the family to take it.
So,
I need
are
to
you
get them some
saying
kind
that
of sausage-based reward.
I've been jealous of this real estate for years, so I called upon the kobolds and the dragon queen to attack the town,
What
so
if-
I may steal the smith's home.
The governor pulls off his springy face mask to reveal the half-dragon.
Gilligan's kind of like leaning on a little counter and he's like caressing a candelabra. He's like, so you're telling me that this house is currently vacant?
Well, I'll probably end up staying here for a few days at least while things settle down, but no.
But does it have your name on it or any other names on it?
No, not in any legal sense.
Gilligan, what the hell are you doing?
I'm about to have my breakfast. Sits down.
Are you gonna eat that
I
candelabra?
believe whoever owns this house, it has to do with the will, or not the will, the deed, yeah. Whoever has the deed, I suppose, owns the house.
Crown. I was about to say Crown of the Kobold King. Hoard of the Dragon Queen, Part 2. Inheritance Dispute.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, he has. It looks like most of what he has here is cured meats that were probably in the cellar and left undisturbed.
Ooh.
But there's a decent portion, so you're able to get a nice filling breakfast after the chaos of yesterday.
Happy face.
Now, I hope you've all had a good opportunity to rest, but well, I'm afraid there are still some time-sensitive matters to attend to. It seems that, having taken what they've taken from us, there's been no sign that the raiders have any interest in returning. So likely Greenest is safe for the moment. But I would dearly like to know who was behind this attack and why we were targeted.
Yeah.
I'm led to understand that you had some success during the chaos of battle yesterday, seeing which way the attackers were leaving town.
Yes.
Oh,
we
yes.
did.
It was thanks to Gilligan's quick deduction that we were able to discover the direction they were headed out. Yes, indeed.
Wait, really? I forgot.
Oh yes, something about
Gilligan's
the wagon
tracks.
tracks.
It's been like 3 weeks.
Oh yes. No, you decided to track the wagon tracks or something?
Yes, out of
Okay.
game, I'll remind you that you did some deduction from the environment and discerned that probably they were carrying the loot to the southeast.
Gotcha. Cool.
Well, I
Neat.
believe that a small, stealthy group could likely follow the trail to their camp and hopefully find out what is the biz.
Oh, I didn't know you
And
were
there's-
hip with the kids' lingo.
Yes, well, I like to think I do well for my age.
This kid's a fucking loser.
Well, before the town burned down, I was in charge of the rec center, so...
And of course, there's one other matter that I believe some of us have already spoken about. He gives a meaningful glance to Flora and Goldilocks. But yes, there's a man, a half-elf man named Leosin Erlenthar, with who I believe some of you are acquainted with, who, well, as far as we know, he is likely held prisoner. One of his associates came to speak with me this morning. A young man. Is he still? Oh, yeah. He was here earlier. Looks like he's meditating out in the garden. Let me go fetch him for you. So he leaves you to breakfast for a few moments, and shortly thereafter returns with a young man who wears simple, like almost monastic-looking vestments, who is heavily bandaged and limping heavily on his left leg. I've heard that perhaps you intend to follow these raiders and see where they've gone?
Yes, that's the plan for today, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like nothing better than to come with you, but in this condition, I fear I'd slow you down. In the midst of all this tragedy, there's no particular reason you'd necessarily have heard, but, well, I'm quite concerned about the fate of my master, Leosin Erlenthar, and there are a few things it's important for you to know. He's a monk from Berdusk. He disappeared last night after we
He's
fought
a vampire.
After we fought a particularly savage battle against the raiders. Few others and I fought our way to the keep. Barely. Leosin didn't make it at all. We went back this morning to look for him, but all we found was his broken staff and this choker, which he always wore. He hands you a small braided leather neckband with a silver dragon design that's sort of chased into it.
Would you mind if we borrowed that for a while?
Well, of course.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you very much. She takes it, like, pockets it.
We'll return it to him once we find him. Our current hypothesis is that he's just at the camp. And we actually have a pretty good idea of where that is.
Oh, that's excellent to hear. He's been investigating these raiders for several months, you know, following them from place to place, trying to shadow them and understand what their goal is. I fear that he might have tried to infiltrate their group when they retreated, or worse, he may simply have been captured and toted off as a prisoner. No one understands these bandits better than he does, and his knowledge will be invaluable against them. Yes, if it's not too much to ask, when you find their camp, if you could please look for any sign that he's there. One of my brothers has already departed for Berdusk to bring back help, but it will be many days before he arrives. Anything you can do before then would be a godsend.
You can leave it to us.
Not a problem. Let's see here. So, I suppose we should probably get a move on.
Yes, I suppose so. Are you guys all finished up with breakfast?
Hey, Stamp, how many bites do you think it'll take me to eat this bagel?
Probably more bites than me.
Like two.
Tobias has already finished his meal, and he was like wearing his napkin as like a bib because he's like a fancy man, and he's like wiped his mouth clean and like folded it ever so carefully on his plate, and it's all nice and like it's nice. Whoever has to clean it will have an easy job.
You want to see my rapid bagel delivery technique? Stamp puts a bagel on each finger like a ring, and like begins spinning them all around, and swallows them all at the same time.
Wow.
He's amazing.
Oh yeah, the consequences for that technique come later in the evening, but it's real hit at parties.
It's important to really chew your food. It helps digestion.
Yeah, I'm allergic to gluten too, so.
Oh.
You are going to have a terrible night, my friend.
Yeah.
Right then.
I love this guy.
The governor clears his throat. Yes, well, in any case, he's watching the bits and pieces.
Just watches that happen. It's like, yes, my many people are dead. Nom, 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 I'm gonna poop. All right.
Yes, well, report back when you know anything. I'll be here, and Nassim Waladra is your name? Yes, the young monk adds. Nassim Waladra. Yes, I'll be staying in town to wait for my brothers to return from Berdusk. So, of course, I'd welcome any information as well.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
I should add, says the governor, recovering treasure from the town is an objective you could consider, but I wouldn't put yourselves at risk for it. I care much more about understanding why these tragedies have occurred and preventing another than I do about reclaiming our lost coin or baubles.
We'll definitely see what we can do, at least.
We'll give it our absolute best.
Yes, maybe this monk we're looking for might know something about this book I'm looking for, because that's his whole point. He's looking for a book. I have to keep remembering that's his point, because I know I'm going to forget.
All right. Well then, thank you again for breakfast. This has been lovely. And we'll provide a report as soon as we can. All right, folks, ready?
Gilligan has already left through the window.
The hell is that? What is wrong with you, boy?
You're supposed to do that when we're not looking, so it's cool.
Well, he did.
Oh, I thought we were like watching.
Maybe when the rest of them weren't looking.
I mean, like, somebody probably caught the tail end of his foot, but...
Steph watches as a foot disappears into the bushes and says nothing.
Okay. So you finish up breakfast, head back into town. Is there anything else you want to do before you head out?
I don't.
Not really for me.
so.
How about you guys?
No, because I mean, I've got some. Do we want to see? No, they probably the shops have probably been raided. They probably don't have anything. Because I was thinking we could maybe try and get like a potion or something. But
Ooh,
potions...
I wonder if that drunk cultist is still in the wine cellar. He's probably dead.
He was
whatever.
outside, I'm pretty sure.
No, we locked him
Locked
in.
him up.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You
Yeah.
guys did that.
He's fine.
We're the worst. Let's go.
All right. So you're heading out of town to the southeast looking for tracks to follow, I assume?
Wait.
Yeah. Who has like survival, I guess, to try and track this?
Stamp probably does.
He seems like our survivor.
Yeah, anyone who wants to try can make a survival check to see how well you can follow the trail and what information you can glean.
Can I do a nature check instead?
Oh, no, I suck.
Can I do a perception check or an insight?
You may use perception. That's the only alternate skill for this.
Okay, well, yeah, alright.
Oh, okay. Oh, nice.
Oh, okay. I'm too full. He's got a little pot belly.
Oh.
Definitely leave that to Gilligan with a 23.
He's just
Alright,
kind of
well-
humming and trotting along.
There's a ton of tracks streaming out of town in various initial directions, but you're able to determine that they all kind of converge roughly in a southeastern direction, where ultimately you find a wide swath of grass trampled down. It's not really possible to determine their numbers precisely because many were marching directly after one another, but examining the tracks, you do confirm there was a mix of humans, kobolds, and what looked to be reptile footprints, like non-humanoid ones. And also, you can see that the beast's footprints in many cases are deeper on the retreat direction than they were on the way, suggesting that probably many of them were weighed down with loot.
Oh, man.
What an ugly parade.
All right.
Well, looks like they just skedaddled off this way.
All right, then, let's keep going. But let's try to be careful.
Ooh, yeah, they might have, laid down little traps or something.
Okay. I'll group you guys together and show your movement on this map.
Ooh.
Whoops, I just
Yeah.
shrunk Goldilocks. Honey, I shrunk the Goldilocks.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
Okay, so you begin
The
southeast.
Goldilocks for my pockets.
No.
Pull off. You quickly find yourselves pulling off the road as you follow these tracks, heading sort of south by southeast. And you travel for several miles. This would take most of the day.
Wow.
Wow.
You slowly enter a more rugged region where the gently rolling hills are gradually replaced by steep-sided rocky plateaus, and the land between them is largely flat, broken only by outcroppings and wandering streams and steep-sided gullies. The plateaus are only about 50 to 100 feet above their surroundings, but they're quite difficult to climb in most places, except where rock falls and subsidence have created natural ramps. And you can see sort of caves and boulder tumbled fields here and there. Go ahead, everyone, make me a perception check, please.
Oh, no.
Well, I can't possibly roll a 1 again.
I gotta choose somebody save me.
Oh my god!
Oh, my God, King.
I'm having indigestion from those sausages.
Oh, stamp!
Alright.
I'm mountain born.
Oh, yeah, you are.
It's
That makes
irrelevant, but it's true.
If anything, this is the opposite of my element, so I'll just use that as an excuse for
Holy
getting in the
Alright.
one.
As you
How many
move
times?
further from the town, you see a single plume of smoke about a mile out. Doesn't look like the size of a burning structure, unlike the ones over the town. This looks like a much wispier column. And sure enough, as you sort of approach high up on a plateau and look down in its direction, you can see a small number of people around a campfire in a low spot between two surrounding hills. And with that 20 on perception, I'll just go ahead and immediately give you the follow-up information.
Ooh.
You all can pretty much see that. It's like plain to see, but Stamp can discern specifically. It looks like there are 4 humans, probably cultists, based on how they're on how they're dressed.
Should I not have thrown those guys off the cliff? They're dead.
And 8 kobolds in the group.
Oh.
They're sort of milling around, and several of them are huddled by the fire.
Do they have any loot with them, or are they like a separate party?
Or are they like the watch squad, or are they like the...
Yeah.
Doesn't look like... Well, from here at least, their posture does not look very watchful. They look pretty distracted with whatever is going on down there. You can't hear any voices from this distance.
Is it like a big camp, or is this just like a in-between camp?
It's just these guys sitting around a campfire.
Ooh, maybe they're like...
You don't see any carts of loot, or for that matter, any other people within at least like half a mile of these guys.
I was gonna suggest maybe they're defectors, but then I realized they'd probably be having their eyes open for the rest of their gang, if that's...
I mean, we could always try the Goldilocks grenade. That worked pretty well last time.
It's real good
Ooh,
at killing
you want us to
kobolds.
just go up and bomb them?
I mean,
No, I'm all for it. I just want to know, like, is everybody...
yeah. with the sheer number of them, we're gonna want to get the element of surprise.
I mean, I'd like to suggest going up and talking to them, but honestly, we've been dealing with so many cultists and so many kobolds, I believe that they're beyond speech.
I mean, they might believe that I'm with them, but if any of them were there for the initial bullshit I pulled... Actually, they all saw me get my ass kicked. No, they know who I am.
Oh, that's a very good point.
Ooh, what if they think you've come back from the dead?
No, they saw me get dragged in and crying.
Ah, you're right.
They saw that.
We all saw that.
Yeah.
You can
Anyway.
pay me to unsee it.
Here's your gold.
Thank you.
Okay, well, if you guys are okay with the Goldilocks grenade, that sounds like a good idea. We'll probably need to sneak a little closer, though, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'll go ahead and...
Is there anything I can do to make it more interesting? I took Fog Cloud. That might be cool.
Ooh.
Oh.
Let me just... This is it. Okay, there we go. That's what it does.
Don't make steamed hams jokes, Sim. Don't do it.
Oh, man.
Good lord, what is happening in there?
Aurora Borealis? Jeez. Can't do that. This episode will be aged to hell in about a week.
Let's see.
I mean, it's too late. We already mentioned it.
Yeah.
No!
Let's see here. Are there any negative effects? Like, do we have disadvantage on attack rolls in there? Or is that
Sure,
really?
it doesn't say. I don't know.
Huh. Interesting.
The area is heavily obscured. Yeah, so I assume that that visibility is absolutely minimal within it. So effectively, effectively you can't see in or out of it, or like more than within about 5 feet inside of it.
You don't need to see to blow up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Would the fog kind of wig them out, and make them move though?
I'll go
Not
ahead
if you
and-
do it the
and-
other way around. Not if you shoot them with it and then toss the fog in. Because while they're trying to recover from being fried alive, they're just gonna go blind. And
That's
then we can...
true.
I have a range of 120 feet.
Oh,
I have a range of
Christ.
120 feet, so I can just do that.
Yeah, plus if I'm in the middle of that, it would help to have some cover, because once they see me just standing there around a bunch of dead people, I'm going to get my ass kicked again.
One of
I'm
those
gonna
weeks.
move you to a... Are you, like, in general, are you gonna approach this group, or actively just ignore it and stay away?
We're gonna approach the group.
Okay. No, I'm
Yeah,
gonna move
they-
you to a slightly closer, like a smaller scale map. so
Yeah,
that you
cool.
can have some idea of what the physical space is here.
Nice.
Okay, so who
Ooh.
wants to do the talking?
Talking.
Oh my god, there's a lot of them.
So
I thought he was
Uh,
just going to jump in and boom.
everyone go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Like sneaky. There's no way I can roll a 1. Alright. I was about if I don't just fucking
Oh, Stamp!
Damn!
I already saw them.
times
Don't
change.
need to see them anymore.
I'm just cursing us.
Okay, so everyone can see these guys are hanging out around this campfire, and it looks like they are in the middle of roasting a few prairie hens for a meal. And Goldilocks, you observe them a little more closely than the rest, and you can see that the humans and kobolds don't seem to be getting along great. The kobolds are all kind of just like standing a little ways away, watching the meat greedily. 2 of the humans are at the fire, actively tending it and trying to cook. And 2 are just off, like, talking among themselves and occasionally shooting, like, "Can you fucking believe this guy?" glances at the kobolds. The 2 who are cooking, you can clearly see squabbling over how you're supposed to cook a hen.
Oh, wait. I got an idea.
Why is this so familiar?
I'll kill him.
I just spitballing here. Maybe if we get lucky and the kobolds don't know who I am, I might be able to call one of them over, and maybe I can convince them that there's greatness in numbers and have them attack the men for the meat. And while they're all huddled up, then I blow up.
Oh, a kobold
Gilligan's
insurrection.
Gilligan's eyebrows have been raising as you've been talking.
Like, I don't
mean,
know.
If it's just the kobolds, I don't think we need to waste you blowing up.
Yeah?
They're
I'm-
kobolds.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Should we try it and
Oh
just
yeah,
see what
let's give it
happens?
a shot. It sounds
Oh,
delightful.
There's
Yes.
another very important detail, actually, that I'll give you with that.
There's a
18.
sleeping dragon under the
Yeah.
tree.
Dead. Yes, the other very important detail, the kobolds have their weapons. The humans do not. The humans' weapons are just kind of randomly stacked against this rock over here.
Oh my god, that's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
yeah,
about this? We hit it with the 2-pronged attack. You try to convince the kobolds onto our side, and I'll sneak around and try to steal their weapons. If one of us fails, that's that. If both of us fail, what are the chances of both of us failing?
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
You know what? I can go and try and help you steal them, and I'll disguise myself as one of those scaly little bastards so they can blame it on me.
Oh, this is going to be wonderful. Gilligan, this is a great idea.
Hey, out of curiosity, what is Gilligan's deception? Because maybe you can disguise yourself as a kobold and just be like,
Can you believe these guys? What if we just outnumber them and stab them?
I have a 5 in my deception, so I guess there's a chance I
"Oh,
can
you
pull
could
that
be the
off.
one that does this then."
Do it! Alright!
It'll be a doozy.
Yeah, no, it'd be actually way better if you did it. Because if you're a fellow kobold, make sure, like, give yourself a nasty scar, like you've seen shit.
Okay, alright, what's my kobold name?
Ooh, Stink Toe. The
Alright,
kobold.
let me write this down. Stink toe. Well, that's good. Alright, I'll give myself
That's not like a scary kobold name.
Okay.
Hold on, I got it. Hold on.
Toes! Many!
Okay, that's better.
Hold on, I'll give myself some Joker scars, so... There, that's me, Stink Toes the Gashed.
Yeah, that'll do. They're dumb.
They'll
Alright.
just think the more syllables is in your name, the scarier you are. Oh shit, they would never want to hear my full name.
Yeah, they sure wouldn't. Listen, okay. So Gilligan, you go up and do that. Stamp, you and I are gonna be by this rock, and if things look like they're going south, can you throw me again?
Yeah.
Sweet. And Tamias, how sneaky? Oh wait, Gilligan, if you give your advantage sneaky roll to Tamias, he can sneak around with Flora. That way we can pincer attack.
Alright.
Tamias pulls up his robes like he's gonna tiptoe. I'm ready to sneak.
Didn't want to click that just yet, but that's
For this.
okay.
Oh,
Okay, Tobias, you're with me. I love this plan.
Okay.
This is a great coordinated plan. Okay, team, break.
this is silly. Let's do it.
You don't like
Okay,
this one.
how tall are you, by the way, Gilligan?
Ooh. I don't think that's written down, but I did imagine him to be a pretty lanky fella.
2
Okay, so
kobolds.
let's just arbitrarily say 6 feet then. Just by virtue of the illusion, you can make yourself seem 1 foot shorter or taller. 5 feet tall is an extremely tall kobold.
Oh shit!
Just FYI.
How big are kobolds normally?
They're like 3 feet, aren't they?
Yeah, they're
Oh.
small creatures,
Oh.
so their average height is
You know what?
probably-
Okay,
You
okay.
could be
hold
like
on.
their kobold.
Goldilocks,
god.
Goldilocks, come here for a minute. I need to study you so that I can. How do I look half dragon? My mom was a dragon, okay?
I got a dumb question. What if you walked on your knees?
Are you
Does that
kidding
work?
me?
I don't. Probably not.
I mean,
How am I, a dragon man walking on my knees, going to convince this fleet?
No, but I mean, if you disguise yourself when you're on your knees, doesn't that mean that you can pretend your knees are the feet of the kobold and make yourself?
Well, what the hell?
I don't know. I don't know how your
You-
magic works.
yeah, actually, if you really like hunch or do something like walk on your knees, you could pull off, like, you could disguise yourself as a normal size kobold. Your disadvantage would simply be that your apparent appearance would be more physically different from the actual space you occupy, so you would be it'd be easier to discern the illusion if someone like felt around near you.
That's so silly. I love it.
And I suppose if you were walking on your knees, you'd also be going dump 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 and not really be able to go any faster.
Just give yourself 2 peg legs.
Listen, this is all too much. I already slouch enough when I'm normal me. I'm sure I can get away with being just a tall, scary kobold.
I mean, if you really want, sure. Stamp, get in a position. I think we're gonna need to explode.
This is the worst!
I love it.
That's good.
Okay, so what is so Gilligan is going to go up first?
Yes.
Okay, and Flora and Tamias, what are you doing off at the side?
We're going to, as they're talking and like distracted over this a ways, we're going to sneak through the bushes and try to take their weapons.
Okay, just in case this changes your plan, I should tell you, they look pretty distracted already. Like, it's true, it would probably make it even less likely for someone to happen to look over there, but these guys are not being cautious right now. They actually picked like one of the worst possible spots to camp in because the rocks are the perfect height to block their line of sight without really giving them any defensive advantage.
Oh, that's fantastic. I think we're going to wait for Gilligan to succeed and or fail so we can comedically time our success/failure.
All right.
Why'd you have to make it a possibility? Alright, well, here I go.
Oh, wait, before you go, Bardic
Yeah!
Bardic Inspiration. You get to roll a d6 on your next skill check.
Thanks.
All right. So Gilligan, you're going to disguise yourself as what exactly?
Okay, what are usual kobolds' colors? Is it just that red there in the icon, or
They
can
vary a little. They're on the red, brown, occasionally green or gray spectrum.
Yeah, no,
but
he's gonna
the
go like
average
a-
color is usually something red.
He's gonna go like a little bit of a greenish, kind of grayish color, almost like the weirdo,
Ooh,
like
that's what I was thinking.
streaks in his hair, almost.
Like
He's
a
like that. He's got
green.
like some really fucking crazy scars along the side of his kobold mouth, and he's all like hunched over, and like looks like he's got a lot of scars and like scales missing from battle.
Okay.
And also, I'm wearing a loincloth.
All right. And are you a freakishly tall kobold or normal height kobold?
He's a freakish tall kobold, but he's
All right.
hunched over a bit as he's walking to kind of give him that extra oomph.
All right.
I'm just calculating, don't mind me.
So you approach these two kobolds at the back, who when they sort of
He
perceive
kind of leans up against this rock and like sits down next to it, like.
Oh,
they
you're being a cool
perceive
kobold.
motion out of their peripheral vision. Eventually, like you get pretty close before they even notice you. They're both like, ah! And they turn and like jump a bit. They clearly weren't expecting anyone to come from this way. And their hands, their hands, quote unquote, their appendages fly to the weapons at their side. But then they sort of stop and instead give you a quizzical look instead.
He gives him a quizzical look back.
Do you speak Draconic, Gilligan?
Fuck. Fuck.
Oh, if only I took a message, then I could.
Can I? Because I'm right behind.
One says to you,
I'm going to pretend to talk for Gilligan because I do speak Draconic and I should be close enough to hear the conversation.
Make it a big, scary dragon voice, Will.
Mega, no, yeah, all right, you're close enough to not need a perception check. Okay, so you can hear what the kobold said. Are you doing something special to speak for him, or are you just yelling from the side of this rock?
I'd like to do a perform check to kind of throw my voice.
Oh, ventriloquism.
Yeah, we are both ventriloquists.
Go ahead and make a perform check.
This is such a mess.
Stamp tilts his head like a dog. Huh, this plan seems terrible, but I'm just not getting it, I bet.
All right.
Okay, hold on.
So hey, just real quick. Okay, so Goldilocks, what the kobold said was like, "What? Who are you? Where did you come from?"
Hello, it is I, Stinktoes the Gast.
Why did you?
Hey,
It's funny because Gilligan realized that he couldn't speak. He kind of like went to open his mouth and go like, I was taking a piss, but then he hears that come from behind him in some weird dragon tongue, and he's just like,
You're like a dumb kung fu movie.
Yeah, we're all out of sync.
Gilligan, make a deception check. I won't give you disadvantage, but only because you used disguise self, which I feel like would normally give you advantage, and it cancels out the multiple sources of disadvantage.
now hold on, I've also got a D6 on this for burning.
So you have your inspiration die.
Please use it.
Oh my fucking god.
Do your best.
Okay, so sorry, is this advantage or a normal roll?
No, this is a normal roll. Just do,
Okay.
Yep, just.
Bias is like making goggles with his.
Okay,
with his
and
hand.
do you want to add your inspiration to that?
Yeah.
Can't hurt.
Guys, this sucks.
Yeah, all right. It's funny.
All right. The kobolds look between each other for a second. One of them, like, kind of peers a little bit around you, like, that's weird. It seemed like that came from over here. Goldilocks, make a stealth check.
Oh no.
Oh.
It's
Okay. The kobolds look very confused and ultimately give a kind of like, they're not paying me enough to care about this shrug. I'll speak intelligibly now because I assume Goldilocks can understand this. Gilligan still has no fucking idea what's being said.
Gilligan just has to open his mouth.
Has to be like, yup.
If only you had like a mask or something.
You're playing an improv game called Foreign Film Dub, right? In the meantime, Flora and Tamias, go ahead and make stealth checks with advantage to get over around to where the weapons are.
Okay.
Tobias, do you think they're doing good over there?
He's making his like goggle hands. No.
Oh wow, I did not.
Oh crap! I didn't do. Okay, well that's fine.
Hell yeah, Tobias.
I didn't roll with advantage, but that's okay. I guess I don't need to. Oops.
It doesn't matter. You can only give advantage to one person at a time.
No, this
No,
is
no,
just advantage for distraction.
This is just advantage for the situation.
Oh, okay.
From Gilligan's thing.
Well,
Okay,
alright.
so
Alright.
you guys are able to sneak through these bushes here to
How
this
far?
side of the rock.
Ooh, there we go.
And now we're waiting for the
In the
signal.
meantime,
Where are the weapons at
the
exactly?
kobold continues.
Right there.
Oh, stink toes, the gashed.
But
Right.
The desire.
Did you come for some food?
That is what I wanted to talk to you about. Don't you think it is unfair that
Just
he?
vague hand gestures.
Don't you think it is? Don't you think it is unfair that we did so much work, yet we are the ones that have to wait for the food? We are
He makes like vague farm tool motions.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Okay. All right. We outnumbered them.
Yes, but what can you do?
I
Anything.
have magic abilities, but I need your help to distract the men. Besides, my accent has changed multiple times. Besides,
I wasn't going to say anything, but
besides, they do not have weapons. We do.
I fucking love this stupid
what about Resmir and Langdedrosa and the rest of them? They will not be happy. We can't just kill them, even though they are useless and smelly.
Gilligan hears Langdedrosa. He recognizes that, and he does a.
Pisha!
He has like a long, drawn-out motion with like that. But I hear Pisha.
Pisha! Accidents happened all the time in the woods, and besides, we could say that they were traitors.
The kobold looks over at the meat that's still in the process of being cooked. Go ahead and make me another persuasion check.
Gilligan sees that they're looking over at the meat.
The meat and
Yeah, no, Gilligan sees that they're looking over at it and walks up in between them, pushes them apart, and goes for it.
Oh!
Okay, as you muscle your way through
He's going for it. He's going for it.
you come face to face with these two guys who you can now hear arguing around the fire. No, you don't cook it all on one side and then all on the other. You imbecile. Okay. You shut
Gilligan
up.
says in perfect common, you need to rotate it slowly. He does a little hand motion of turning
They
the
both
spit.
slowly look up at a freakish 5 foot tall kobold speaking common to them. Go ahead and fuck me. Go ahead and make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh no!
Oh my
Okay.
I'll let you make. Okay, yeah. Oh. Okay, so 10. Oh, the ever-loving fuck. No, you know what? What the ever-loving fuck are you, ugly? I
Rude.
don't remember agreeing to give your crazy ass any of this grub. It's bad enough we got these 8 little chia pets tagging along with us.
He's like stomping in the grass.
I feel like things are
He
going
just
from bad
puts up
to
a finger
terrible.
like, give me a second.
Flora and Timaeus, do you want to go for the weapons?
What do you think? Should we go now or wait for it to actually just explode?
Goldilocks is gonna try. Oh, you gotta.
Thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let's fucking go for it.
Goldilocks will try and mimic again. Now, my brothers, rise!
Okay.
Sleight of hand?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Come, my brothers. Oh no!
The kobolds look confused.
Okay.
This man stands up and slowly
Timaeus,
walks
now.
over to you, Gilligan.
We dive on the weapons.
We just dogpiled the weapons. Okay, we did it.
Yeah.
Are you trying to be sneaky, or
Yeah,
are you
we're
just
just
like?
gonna grab them and
Yeah.
like try to vanish into this bush back here.
Okay, go ahead and make a
Probably
stealth stealth checks with advantage.
Okay.
All right, I'll remember to do this time. You like
Okay.
go to flash it. I'm like, oh boy, oh jeez.
Flora like dives
Flora
over
is
the rock.
completely silent and invisible. Timaeus, you grab them and you kind of trip a little bit on a branch as you dart back into these bushes and go like, whoa, and like make a little noise as you rustle
no.
back
She
in.
grabs you and
This
drags
this
you back
cultist
inside.
who was approaching Gilligan is suddenly like, wait, what the fuck? Oh,
Don't get distracted
Where
by
did- where
forest
did you-
life. I'm important here. Me, the chicken cooker.
As this is all happening, Stamp turns to Goldilocks. So at what point does Gilligan know to leave so he doesn't get exploded?
I don't know. I
I
didn't think he'd
forgot
walk up
about
there.
that.
You guys are awful at this.
hey, wait a all right, you just stay there for a minute, chicken cooker.
Run, my brother!
We should probably get out of here.
You're still shouting Draconic over this rock.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, you know what? Maybe. Okay, if I'm there, yeah, I'm still gonna blow you
Wait,
up.
where did you put the weapons anyway?
Hey,
Oh, what are you
guys,
talking about?
You want to see these weapons?
Oh, wait, what the fuck? Where all the weapons go? Hey, wait, what was? Who was that? What? I'm so
You
confused.
should tell Gilligan to leave.
Gila, get the fuck out of there!
We all like peek around the corner and are making hand signs at him, like.
Yeah, we're all like,
Hang on,
"Private
stop,
right."
stop dancing for a second, chicken fucker.
Ooh, rude.
What did you do with our weapons?
Guess he'll die first.
You had weapons that I could have taken.
Don't think I like your attitude, you freak kobold.
Should
Those
I?
weapons
Wow.
aren't for
Use message and tell him to run right now and Goldilocks. Or
I actually didn't
Stamp
prepare
and
for
throw
this.
me.
So I can't.
Make an
I'm
example
throwing
of
you.
So none of these little shits get any ice.
Should I do the
throwing
full
you.
up cloud now?
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter, I'm throwing you.
Okay, I'll wait till you
Alright,
land.
Stamp your throat. You're doing the Goldilocks power bomb.
You wanna
Okay,
try?
make me a strength check.
Oh,
Pretty good.
can I do
Um,
acrobatics
I
to
will
try
let
and
you-
propel
I will
myself?
Let you throw Goldie. Okay, so hang on. Are you throwing him over the rock, or are you gonna like step out from behind it?
I'm
to
stepping
throw it?
out. Like, Stamp, everyone bungled everything except the team weapon steal, so Stamp's
Okay.
just
Yeah,
gonna-
we did it.
Stamp's
Okay,
chucking
I'll
you
let
right
you
at
throw
Gilligan, so
Goldilocks.
Gilligan goes, oh, and leaves.
You can throw Goldilocks up to 20 feet.
Am I able to acrobatics?
So yeah, like
Yes, I'll let you attempt it if you want to extend that range a little.
Just gonna like tuck and roll in there.
Yeah, okay, you can have 25 feet.
Baller. Okay.
oh, perfect.
All right.
So-
I
Land
would like
right
to,
in like here.
here.
Yeah, where do you
want
want to
the
throw?
most optimal? Yeah, we want to get the guys. So here, and
This
then
is the
Yeah.
song that was supposed to be playing during this entire scene, by the way.
All right.
Oops.
That's
so-
all you're gonna get to hear of it because combat theme is happening.
Hooray!
and chucks you right here, so hopefully Gilligan picks up the message and leaves. It's
All right, you fling Goldilocks into the center of the crowd. Are you casting it as soon as you land?
Ooh, you might want to make an example of my big brother instead of me. Bye.
Yeah, I want to like land.
Sorry, you can't freely move right now.
God, how much? Is there any way that I can land and give Gilligan like just a moment to at least like dive to the left and just try and get out of the blast radius?
You can. I'll let you make an intimidate check if you want to land in like a bam, like dramatic way that causes everyone to like freeze for a second.
Sure. All right. All right. That's not bad.
They're frightened by your arrival. The cultists instinctively turn back to here, like muscle memory, making them look for their weapons there, even though they theoretically already know that they're gone. Gilligan, I'll let you make an acrobatics check. Or is that still called acrobatics? I can't remember.
Yeah,
Sure
acrobatics.
is.
I'll let you make an acrobatics if you want to try to like pew, like exit stage left at top speed.
That's
not good enough.
yeah.
Sorry. So they quickly look for their weapons, realize the humans are all unarmed, and the kobolds start going for their own weapons. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, I can't Thunderwave. Okay. Boy, I can't fuck up this initiative roll.
Still have the order.
I sure fucked this initiative
Oh
roll.
no.
Damn it. Oh my
We
god.
suck.
Huh? I did it right.
All right.
I forgot to highlight my token.
You gotta
Shit.
click yourself.
You could do this and then adjust it down. Sure wish I actually got that roll. Let me replace that 23 with the 6.
It's golf rules. You go first.
Okay, here is initiative for the kobolds. 16. And here's initiative for the cultists. Let's see.
I just rolled initiative again to add myself to turn order. I switched it to a 5, which it was.
18.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
I really wish you hadn't moved up.
Sorry.
That was hilarious. What are you talking about? This is great.
I really wish any part of that disguise plan had been nixed because all parts of it were bad ideas.
I love it.
I mean, you didn't say nothing.
I was stamped. I thought that like anyone else would have realized the draconic thing. I didn't understand why this was the plan.
I completely forgot they only spoke Draconic.
All right.
Ooh, great. I'm not in turn order. That means I can't get hurt.
Gilligan, I'll give you one other thing here. Go ahead and make a deception check. Just to see whether they perceive you as a threat or just a weirdo. So that which
Also
will
Gilligan's
determine
not in
whether
order.
they immediately go after you or the more obvious threat.
Gilligan's also not in turn order.
Oh.
He got a 19, I believe.
No, it's set at 12.
No, but your initiative.
Oh, my
19.
initiative. Yeah.
Okay. Looks like they're not well disposed toward either of you.
Dude, I'm gonna
But you
die.
have the first move.
Great! Alright, well, since this cultist was obviously talking smack about me, I am gonna take out my club and just fucking bludgeon him in the back of the head as he turns towards his weapons.
Alright. Which one would that be specifically? Can you point to him?
This fucko.
Okay.
Bink.
13. His AC is 12, so you get that. You get that 5 damage.
Ooh.
Can I,
Whumph you as he turns like, oh, gotta get my spear. Oh, fuck, I forgot it.
Chicken
Okay.
fucker! Is that what you called me?
Yes.
Yes.
What? he is now even more confused because your body still doesn't really match up with your disguise. And you just produced a club out of nowhere and fucking beamed him. Would you like to move?
I would. Where is the quickest area I could go without getting?
Oh, something I
fucking
found
killed?
out, actually. In 5e, diagonals are all 5s.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. A 1. No, I meant here. A 2. A 3. 4. Right here. Or floor? Do you want me to the side?
No, that's good.
Okay. So we'll stay here.
All right. This guy is definitely just pursuing Gilligan. He runs up to you and just tries to punch you in the mouth.
I'm turned the other way.
Oh, the back of your head, then. Oh, he's not entirely sure where it is. Here is... he misses. Takes a swing at you, but his head is still ringing from getting bapped. These other cultists... let's see. I'll give you something for that intimidate check. It wasn't good enough to buy Gilligan time to get away, but this cultist over here, who's like the least invested in this, is kind of like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm just gonna kind of see how this goes. These two move up and try to just take a swing at Goldilocks each.
Oh, I'm gonna get dumpstered. That
turns
whoa, both miss.
Oh, damn.
A 5 misses you. What?
Well, okay, so I should say technically these guys would have flanking. This guy here, so he would get advantage.
Oh, advantage. Yeah, that's true, I suppose. I forgot that's how that works. Bip. Nope,
okay,
still not.
I'm still okay. Goldilocks is ducking and weaving.
Ducking and weaving indeed. Let's see. Turn order. So let me move that over here. Kobolds. The kobolds that are near the action draw their daggers and prepare to fuck you up.
Oh
Yep,
my God,
as they should.
Goldilocks, holy shit.
So all of these attacks have advantage.
Sure do.
Holy fuck.
Crit.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
Since they have advantage, I'm going to use the actual macro thing to roll them. So I think these will be GM rolls, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's going on back here. 1. Those rolls are 8 and 6. All right, 1 misses. 16.
That'll hit.
Okay, that's 6 damage from 1 dagger. A 21 for 3 more damage. Misses.
Okay.
And a 23 for 6 more damage.
Ooh, okay.
Oh my God.
So the kobolds just try to dogpile you and stabbing at you relentlessly with knives.
God, that's hilarious.
Is the thing you need to do concentration so you won't be able to do it anymore?
No, I should be able to just blow up.
And these 2 kobolds instead draw their slings, and they will shoot at a Gilligan as he hightails it away. So here are those attacks. No advantage or anything. Let's see. 1, 2, 19.
Against you, Gilligan.
That definitely hits.
I was muted. Sorry. Yep.
Okay, so you take 5 bludgeoning damage as a bullet clips you in the side of the head.
Oh.
The other one misses. It goes wide and just clatters into this rock harmlessly. And this kobold moves up a little and tries to stab you. Let's see, that is a 13.
Nope.
Okay, yeah, he stabs into your armor, but you do not take damage. Oh shit, I didn't see this. Oop. Okay, well, we'll do that in future. While in sunlight, the kobold has... Well, I guess it is probably evening by now, but still. The kobold has disadvantage on attack rolls in sunlight.
Oh.
Apparently.
Oh, well.
So that would have balanced
Oh,
out
that's
the
right, they do.
advantage.
I think this is a fair punishment for this plan.
However, also, the kobold has advantage on an attack roll against a creature if at least one of the kobold's allies is within 5 feet of the creature.
Oh,
They
so
have
it would
super
have...
flanking.
Yeah, it would have just basically happened anyways.
Yeah. It kind of. Technically, it would still... Whatever. It's good enough. I'll keep those both in mind in future. You don't expect low-level monsters to have relevant abilities.
Yeah.
All right, Timaeus.
Should I? Timaeus kind of looks to Flora with the stamp, and it's like, should I still put down the fog cloud? And this like clusterfuck.
I mean, out of character, I think so, because it'll stop the ranged attackers from just killing Goldilocks, even if he does, like, wipe out everybody nearby. And
I mean, he doesn't know which way to shimmy. There's an opening, like, rah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I think
do
I
it.
think you should do it.
Alright, I'm gonna pop it, like, right on Goldilocks, and it's a 20-foot... Let me just click it again. Cast a level 1, yeah. There's a 20-foot
right.
radius, concentration up to an hour, so I have to concentrate on it. Or I guess it disperses.
Yeah. There's something you should know though. As opposed to Pathfinder, where concentration means you have to spend your standard action on it each round to maintain it. In 5th edition, concentration is just you can only concentrate on one thing at a time, but it doesn't actually restrict you from performing other actions. So you can still cast spells and attack and stuff while this is.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, concentration's pretty slick.
Fog cloud, 20-foot radius. Where do you want to center it?
Like right on Goldilocks, and it'll just go
Okay.
out. I mean, it's gonna get everybody 20 feet. That's everybody, I believe.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm gonna give Goldilocks an aura real quick,
Except for like us hiding in the trees, like everybody.
and then I'll just draw this because it's not gonna move with Goldilocks. So it will cover this area. Map background. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this area is enshrouded in fog that is suddenly just conjures up out of nowhere, condenses out of the air, and everyone looks around in confusion as their sight is almost completely whited out.
And I'm just gonna hang back here. I'm not doing anything else.
All right, Flora.
I'm going to hold my turn until after Goldilocks does the thing, because I feel like this is going to be the operative turn to see if it's time to get Goldilocks out or not.
Okay, Goldilocks.
I will use Thunderwave.
All right. Can you go ahead and link that again?
Does that trigger attacks of opportunity
yes.
or anything like that?
No,
It
actually. In 5th edition, the only
crap.
thing that provokes an attack of opportunity is moving out of someone's range.
Okay.
Man.
So, 6 damage. And if they
That's
make
a
it-
big change from your previous one.
Sure is. And they may
so
need to make
3
a con
plus 3.
save.
And then a Constitution save. Okay. This is for the cultists. I guess there's a decent number of guys. I'll just roll them independently. Okay, top left cultist. 18. That saves.
Yep.
Top center cultist. 3. That fails. And kobolds 1 through 5. Saves. Fails. 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 And saves. Okay, so...
Now, I should remind you it is a 15-foot blast.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
So it will also hit...
More
yeah.
ulti- Okay, so let me resolve those real quick,
Yep.
so I don't forget the results. Okay, so 3 damage to each of the cultists.
Gilligan, you can
And-
run from the explosion like a cool guy. You're
And
just out of
these-
range.
Can I?
These kobolds die,
Oh, thank God.
and these 2 take 3 damage each.
What spell is this? Thunderwave?
Thunderwave, yeah.
Yeah, I have that spell, but I never prepare it. I need to.
And now 2 more kobolds. Constitution fails. Constitution nope, fails. One more kobold fails, and the cultist that's chasing Gilligan fails. Okay.
All right, and Gilligan, I think you're gonna need to make a save too, buddy. And anyone that did fail is pushed 10 feet, and is still alive.
Dead.
Anyone who failed moves 10 feet.
Okay, you pass,
Okay,
so you only take 3.
So yeah, everyone who failed died. So it's fine. Because that cultist was the only cultist who failed, and he had already taken damage from Gilligan striking him in the head.
And then
So he's just lifted off his feet, and his lifeless body is flung into the nearby bush. The kobold, of them drop dead, being catapulted in various directions, their necks snapping.
I will then 5-foot step and hope.
5-foot step does not exist.
Oh, it doesn't anymore? Oh. Well then, I do not do that. All right, that's it.
Okay. Flora.
Okay, I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there.
And Gilligan, did you take
Can
the
you
3
not
damage
move
from
there?
I did.
Yeah.
that? Okay.
I'll move here. I've got fucking 8 spaces of movement on Monk. So
that's right.
And then I'm going to flurry. I'm gonna I'll burn a key point on flurry of blows.
This poor kobold. Or are you going after the guy?
I can punch any of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, monks are cool in 5e. The first time I played Shinzu in a 5e game, which is like his first iteration, I was like amazed by how like cool they are at early level.
Okay, punching this kobold with advantage. 22 for 4 damage.
Okay. The 22 is the roll we'll use because it's the first one.
What's advantage?
No,
They
it's
have-
flanking.
You normally would have advantage from flanking. You would have disadvantage from the fog cloud.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my
So you do deal 4 damage. This is against the kobold, right?
Yeah.
Yep. You punch the kobold in the head and cave in its skull.
Oh,
Oh. Okay, 2 more attacks against this cultist over here.
yep, so
Okay.
disadvantage on these ones.
Disadvantage.
You rolled an 18 and a 19,
right.
so...
Okay.
7 points of wizard karate. After caving in a kobold's skull, you do a cool midair flip and just bring your knee into this guy's solar plexus. You hear a and he collapses totally out.
Okay, and since I believe I'm out of movement anyway, I'm going to just sit here on my last attack and twiddle my thumbs.
All right, you overachiever, you.
Stamp.
Stamp.
I was gonna rage and cover Goldilocks with my form, but I don't know if I need to.
Yeah, you could just probably kill this kobold.
Well, you say that. Disadvantage. I'm not gonna rage either. I think it's a waste.
Okay.
That
will miss.
Yep.
If you stepped here instead, you could get well, that was your first roll anyways. Well, shit.
Gilligan!
Oh boy. Just gonna go and take a little sit over here.
Just gonna walk away.
Hey, Tamias,
You
how
walk
you doing?
away!
Yeah, that's it.
Just so you know,
I
bad guy-
lost the turn order, guys.
But it was guys and
they
then
act
kobolds.
here in between Gilligan and Tamaya. All right. The remaining cultists and kobold are baffled and terrified because they couldn't actually see Goldilocks do that. Really, they were just like suddenly engulfed in mist. Suddenly, boom, and a bunch of people they could feel who were standing next to them before are no longer standing next to them or necessarily in one piece.
Oops.
This cultist is going to try to feel out for where Goldilocks is when a wild
Put his hand in
flurry,
the fire.
just a wild haymaker looking for you. This is with disadvantage. Oh yeah, he nat ones.
Oh, oops. Yeah,
Yeah, he
that'll
puts his
miss.
hand in the fire. Ow! This kobold is going to try to flee. Stamp and Goldilocks, you can just barely make it out through the fog, so I will let you get your attacks of opportunity. Still with
Disadvantage, though, of
disadvantage,
course.
though.
Yep.
I'll need you to roll a second time. Okay, yeah, you hit, and I'll take that first one, so that's 19 damage. This kobold sure has 2 health. You bring down your maul, and just like a comedy steamroller, you go from the top of the kobold to the bottom, and it is now like 3 inches tall.
It's a pancake!
I was hoping you would just like turn it into mist, that like this guy on the outside would be looking into the fog like, what's going on? Splat, all red.
Oh. This last cultist, go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'll get right on that. Probably disadvantage, right?
This is actually not a sight-based one. This is to hear something, so everyone can make
You
this
hear
without-
him shitting himself.
I was gonna say you hear him piss his
Oh,
pants.
then I rolled a 2.
14.
Flora, through the chaos of battle, you can hear one more voice over here slowly approaching, muttering, "Gotta get that meat."
I like
That's
this
all he
guy.
has now.
I'm gonna make him a perception check to see if he can find it.
Oh, God, he's just put his hand in the fire.
What are these guys' perception? 0. Alright. Wisdom check with disadvantage. That's a 3. So after Goldilocks, this guy tries to punch you. Ow! Oh, there, it's over there. Go get that meat. Oh!
Gilligan cackles in the distance.
Tobias.
I don't even know what to do. I can't see. Gilligan, what's
Yeah.
going on in there?
Oh, not much. Just come have a nice little sit with me. It'll be fine.
Well, alright. We haven't had a sit together yet.
So what are you about, anyway?
Well, you know, I like books. I'm trying to find this book to get into this monk library. They won't let me in until I find it for them. Because I've been to, like, all the libraries and read, like, many a book. Because I'm all about knowledge. Many book. Yes. Not all the books in all of them. There's just not enough time. But at least the things that interest me greatly.
No, there
Like
was
understanding-
time now.
like
Time
understanding-
enough at last.
Tobias's glasses fall off. Oh, no. He doesn't have
Oh,
glasses.
that's unfortunate.
If anything, he might have, like, reading spectacles. I don't know. I could see that making
In the
sense.
meantime, it's Goldilocks' turn.
Yes. They're just gonna chat. What can I do? I'll sit over here so I can at least see what's happening.
I will 5-foot step and hold my attack action for when Flora gets, well...
Well, you can't move and then hold an action. Also, there's no 5-foot step. Also, you don't need the
that's right.
5-foot step because you're not actually leaving his threatened range. And unlike in Pathfinder, it doesn't matter if you move through it, only if you try to move away from it.
Okay, and you can't hold your actions anymore. Okay.
Well, you can hold your you can't hold your turn if you're gonna do something on your turn. You can move and then ready an action to do something when something specific.
Right, that's what I mean.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you meant I'm gonna move and then hold my action till after Flora.
No, sorry, I phrased that poorly. By action, I meant hold my attack
Okay, so
action.
you're readying an attack for when Flora moves to this guy.
Can you
Yeah,
shimmy-
'cause-
Can you shimmy to the other side of the guy and do it with Stamp? I'm gonna fucking flying tackle me
Oh.
guy.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll shimmy around to get behind this guy and let Stamp and I just wail on this dude, and then yeah, Flora, if
Okay.
you can like get behind him and punch him.
Yeah, Flora is going to run as fast as she can, and realizing that it would probably be useful to have one of these people alive, is going to try to flying tackle meat guy, dipping out of the cloud.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll with disadvantage.
Disadvantage, okay. Can I should I no, I'm just gonna do the normal doink. Oh, I need to roll again.
That one would hit. And that one would also hit. Okay, yeah, you hit him. We'll use your first roll, so 5 damage.
Okay. Yeah, she wants to, like, ideally hold him still, so he does not die in this conflict, or kill himself getting them.
Okay, then instead of doing damage, you can initiate a grapple with him, which is much simpler in 5e. We'll just say you tackle him and you're holding him.
Yeah, he's, like, reaching out for the meat, like, oh, gotta get the meat, and she, like, flying tackles him through the air, and he's still dragging himself towards the meat. She's like, no,
you tackle him away from it. He's like, no, the meat.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so you tackle him out of the cloud over to here. Also, just so you know, they drastically simplified like non-lethal damage and shit in 5th edition. Just if you knock someone out, you can kill them or not. You can just choose. You don't have to faff around with like,
God.
Oh, I take a -4 to strike non-lethal. No, fuck that.
Retroactively, I would like to not be a murderer and say I was just bapping people over the head in that case.
Okay. All right. Stamp.
All right, Stamp. If you get into flanking with me, you will not have disadvantage. You can just whap them.
I could do that, but the meat!
Alright. Okay, Goldilocks, you're ready to action trigger, so you may both attack him without disadvantage.
Sweetness.
You both hit, Stamp hits.
And then do I also get my dagger?
That is normally a bonus action that you take on your turn,
Oh, yeah.
so I'm gonna say no.
That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, you both hit this guy. That's far more than his hit points, so you can kill him or knock him out, whichever you prefer.
Stamp's probably gonna kill him.
Yeah, Stamp probably just bashes his head off into the woods.
Pew! Flies out of the fog cloud and into space.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look! There it goes.
All right.
Yeah, you've earned the meat. We did it.
No, you can't have the meat!
What?
Oh no! The meat! Oh!
These two are just like fucking wrestling over in the corner.
Does he want some of the meat? Oh, this is not cooked.
No, it's very badly cooked. It's like almost blackened on one side and significantly undercooked on the other.
That's fine. I'm already gonna have a terrible night.
Aw, Stamp!
Oh man.
Goldilocks,
Tobias, do you want to dismiss the fog cloud?
Oh yeah, I clap my hands and
Goldilocks, thank goodness you're here. He has an almost super strength when he's going for that meat. Please help.
All right.
Ooh, look at all the bits
Now that my
on the
meat's
ground.
been taken from me, I'm powerless.
You do not want this.
Oh, he's like handling a wet fish. This is gross now. I hate it.
Did someone say fish?
Like, I'm
Yeah.
losing health eating this thing. I think this is legally poisoned.
Right. So, let's begin the interrogation process, and I'm gonna take a short rest and use a hit die as well as my cool bard thing where I get an extra D6,
Oh yeah.
which I can grant to
Yeah.
anyone that's doing a
Just
short
FYI,
rest.
Short rest takes about an hour. Are you willing to spend?
Shit.
I feel like, yeah, you're pretty hurt.
I'm pretty busted up.
Those kobolds dogpiled you, Goldilocks.
Yeah, they sure did.
Admittedly, you did a
sucked.
good job tucking and weaving in the middle of, like, what was that, 7 of them?
Yeah. I'm a little surprised. Hold on, here we go.
Well, I may have lost my meat, but I've not lost my pride. You won't get anything out of me.
What if we gave you, like, meat?
He vibrates.
Yeah, I mean, I only ate the frozen half. If you want the, I guess this is cooked.
How much, how fucked up would it be if we just cooked up some of these kobold bits and gave it to him?
Super fucked up. You think I want to eat kobold?
I don't know, they seem like they have a lot of protein.
No, they're all chewy. I don't know what kobolds are made out of. I should stop eating this. He takes it out of his mouth. I don't know what kobolds are made of, but it's not fat or muscle because it doesn't taste like it's like rubber.
Ah,
I've had to make do in the wilderness.
Okay, how about this? I could maybe go hunt one of those, what was it, game hens?
Oh, what?
What?
A hen,
hen.
like a hen. Like what he's
Yeah.
eating. I know it's not
A chicken?
recognizable anymore.
If you're offering him meat, Flora, I'll let you make a persuasion check with advantage.
Ooh.
I mean, so not to be that creep, but there are a lot of dead kobolds. I'm sure we could just.
Hello.
Just went over this.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I-
again, you gotta stop doing.
I mean, look, there's like a dead squirrel over there. I think you hit one with one of your extra little lightning bolts. You want to eat a squirrel, buddy?
No.
No, we'll get you some fine meat, and don't worry, I'm fantastic at talking to people. Behold. Oh wow, that's actually better for me. That's better than usual for me.
I think you're still on advantage mode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he gets
gave me
advantage.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I gave him advantage. 14, huh? Cultist looks around at his massacred friends.
Well, I still have some sausage.
I can't. I believe in the cause. You'll not tempt me with your devil's meat.
Oh, that's a real shame. Flora takes a step back, pulls one of like the cured sausages out of her pocket, and just starts to munch on it.
Damn you.
Yeah, no, we had that earlier. It was real good.
Anyway, if you're gonna slit me throat, get it over with. You'll not do worse to me than my masters will.
Please.
Actually, it's the same.
Yeah?
Can I do a persuasion roll?
With
Make a
that as
persuasion
your...
check with disadvantage.
Done and done.
Oh boy.
1 sec. Yeah, that's fair.
No. Look, I don't know what you're all after, but I can guarantee that the higher ups will have me head. So if you're gonna kill me, then so be it.
Yeah, all right. I guess we're not gonna get any info out of this guy then. I feel bad just kind of stabbing him.
Can't we just tie him up and leave him here? I don't. Tobias is uncomfortable with murder in general. Unless it's like a monster, it's kind of
How
different, but like...
about...
Gilligan, are you still disguised out of curiosity?
Which is more fun?
Yes.
Yes, let's go for yes.
Oh god, it's this thing again.
Look, come on, I tried to make my scales a pretty color and everything, and you keep giving me this
Cool.
shit. God.
A 5-foot-tall kobold that can speak common.
Oh, you want to see something even weirder? He transforms to 6 feet tall.
Yeah, Stink Toes is weird.
While they're doing this, can I use my nature ability to find like a little wild boar or something? I know he said no to the meat, but those eyes don't lie. I know what he wants.
My mind's telling me no. Yeah, go ahead and make a survival check.
Oh, all right. Oh, wait, they're the same.
Yeah!
And
Are
you
you
reach
sure?
into the bush and pull out an entire boar.
Are you sure you don't want any meat? It's cooked already. This is
Okay.
prepared.
Hang on.
Wow, that is
Was
weird.
somebody hiding a roast beast in that trunk?
I'm resolving Gilligan's interaction first.
All right, I'll cook the boar while we're done.
Gilligan, go ahead and make an intimidate check.
Oh shit!
Suddenly taller kobold.
He wasn't really doing it to be intimidating. He was more doing it because it was fun and silly. So.
All right, Stamp, you may approach with your entirely cooked wild boar.
Hey, buddy. I know how it be out here. I know what it's like to have bad food here's a boar. You just gotta know where to look for him. Here, I'll teach you a technique. He reaches into a bush and pulls out another fully cooked boar. You just gotta know where to look. I can teach you.
Okay, go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
All right. Well.
I'll tell you what. You give me those, and you let me go, and I'll tell you what I know.
Yeah, all right. He pushes the boar in front of him so he can lean down and begin munching on it. It's a good boar, too. That's a fine year. It's been in that bush for a while. Preparing.
Quality boar vintage. You know, look at his plump little belly jiggle. Oh, all right. Oh, yeah. Okay. So the information, right? Okay.
Gilligan, I don't like this man.
I don't know. I think he's okay.
I do not like him.
We was stopping here for a little luncheon before we caught up with the rest. We kind of got out of town late, lost the road for a bit, decided to do a spot of hunting, but it turns out we're real fucking bad at it. We've been here for hours. Stupid fucks couldn't even cook a chicken. Anyway, the rest of the camps out that way. He points. He points along a path that sort of meanders towards a ravine where two plateaus converge and sort of grow in height to form a kind of a path between them. Camps further that way, but you best be a little bit careful. They usually post a rear guard somewhere a ways away in a choke point where someone's gonna have to pass through if they're not careful. And they hide out there, keep watch, and if anyone comes along, they spring a little trap on them, give them a nasty little surprise. So if you're going after the camp, you better steer clear of that.
Thanks. Also, on the subject of having large dragons, yay or nay in the camp?
Oh, you mean that great beast?
Yeah, I don't think I can. I'm not willing to bet on my luck being able to turn that thing away again.
Well, I don't know a whole lot. Only one I've ever seen it speak to is Resmir, and she doesn't fraternize with the rest of us lowlifes. I don't know what kind of hold she's got on it, but I gotta say, I never thought I'd be attacking under cover of a dragon. It's really gives you the feeling of moving up in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he looks around at all his dead friends.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so Stamp just unties him because that was, or whatever, however he's being held.
Yeah, all right. Listen, you don't get your weapons for obvious reasons.
I mean, we gotta give him like a knife. He's gotta like eat this thing. Just like a tiny knife.
But you get one of these kobold knives. It's like
here, check this out. Stamp reaches into the boar and snaps a bone and makes a paring knife out of it.
What if we just tie a really big rock to his foot just so he'll have a worse time getting home?
Why wouldn't he just untie it?
You could just untie it.
What if we tie it really tight?
He has a knife now.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say.
You're not letting me have any fun here.
I assume you're gonna be out in the wild since you can't hop back and be like, hey, everyone's dead but me.
Wait, what are you lot doing with two 6-foot-tall kobold free creatures?
I am not a kobold.
How dare you?
How dare you say that? Look how handsome he is.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I mean, I just assume reptile with arms and legs equals kobold.
That's a
Somebody
bit racist.
slap him! Slap him!
That's super racist. What
Look,
about
if I made it far in school, you think I'd be doing this for a living?
Well, before you go,
professional culting at a high level takes a long time and a good education, and those are two things.
I don't think you're very high.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm terrible.
Oh, right. Well, sorry, I got a little heated there because of racism, but I'm gonna be the bigger man here. It's fine. Just take your boar, take your knife. Don't go to greenest, and Just go away. Go west.
Yeah, before you go away, you're gonna need to learn how to survive out here. So what you want to do is, if you want to get a boar out of a tree, just wiggle your index finger like this, then ring finger, pinky, ring, middle, and then you snap, and then you reach in, and yep, there's a boar. He pulls out a live boar and throws it back in. It's a survival tactics 101, but in case you didn't know.
Is that a Boy Scout thing, or is that a cactus man?
Well, I don't want to brag, but I wasn't a Boy Scout. I was an Eagle Scout. But you know.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
All right. I would use this already built fire to cook these boars, but I'm surrounded by my dead associates, so I think I'm just gonna mosey if you don't mind.
Oh, one thing first. Meat Man, have you heard of, did you encounter a half-elf monk during your time, raiding the town?
First of all, thank you for addressing me by my name. And second, no, they took a few prisoners. They don't tend to last that long once they start working them, but I think they've got about 8 or 9 now, and I know they did take at least one from the town. Don't know if he was a half-elf monk. I wasn't part of that party, and people have been streaming back there from the town for hours, so no, I didn't see him.
Ah, very well. Thank you for your time.
All right, well, have a nice day.
Delicious meal, and I suppose an imposed new career choice.
I guess Timaeus will ask a question. Does the name Mondath mean anything to you by chance?
Ooh, yeah, Frula Mondath. She's a real nasty piece of work.
She's
one of the, yeah, she'll be back in the camp with Resmir and the rest of them. She was the only one to actually lead parties in the town itself. She seems to have a lot of private interests in what's taken from the raids. Don't know what exactly she wants, but I can tell you, if you're looking for more info, was definitely Mondath's word what said we ought to burn down the library.
Timaeus' eyebrow twitches in anger. Well, thank you, sir. I will use this information well.
Nemesis.
I am okay with murder.
What? He looks up from face full of boar.
No, that was not. It was not in universe. All right, we should get going.
Actually, one last thing here. You said no, me next. It's just a moment. You said you were considering restarting your ways. You just take this if you're keen on that whole cultist lifestyle. This might do you some good. Gives him a little pamphlet.
Like a Zentrim pamphlet.
Dear God.
He winks and pats him on the back. All right, have a nice day.
Perhaps it's time for Barnabas Meatman to turn over a new leaf.
Yeah.
I missed Aram's ability to make me like every single fucking toady we come across.
Yep.
Also, I imagine, I feel like since it was oh yeah, they're gonna, they don't last too long when they're prisoners. I feel like we should set off immediately, and whoever needs to take a long rest, Stamp will just carry them because he can.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, all right.
He reaches into a bush, comes back, there's a snake biting his hand. Well, it'll come with time, I'm sure.
Whoa.
He is so dead.
I feel like
he wanders off.
I feel like we haven't seen the last of Barnabas Meatman. She says as he fucking tumbles down a small
into
cliff.
a bush. Yeah.
Ooh, I disagree. Did you see what kind of snake that is? Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. New NPC added to this adventure path.
Barnabas Meatman.
Don't act like you didn't just preview the final boss. I've been making meat constructs.
So I guess we might as well just check all the bodies or what remains of it.
I've been making meat constructs. Now let's get this fight over with before I get sued by Eben Ward. Okay, you want to go ahead and loot the bodies?
Yeah, see if there's any. There might just
Okay,
be
go
some
ahead
decent
and,
weapons.
Go ahead and make perception checks.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you might want to get rid of turn order.
Eh.
I
Yeah.
cannot do better than Gilligan, so.
But Flora can.
All right. You rifle through the various possessions on the guys and the kobolds. The cultists, aside from their weapons, have a small amount of money among them. It totals 25 gold pieces.
Okay.
And
Do
the
we split that?
kobolds
Yeah.
who
I assume.
appear to have done a little bit of looting of their own. You find a small pack stashed in the bushes, kind of off to the side where the kobolds were originally milling around. That contains, looks like some items looted from houses. So there's some pewter candlesticks, some silver serving dishes, and a few religious carvings of a Chontea.
Ooh.
Okay.
Fine.
Throw those in his pack. Maybe we can find who they belong to when we go back.
Yeah, we just like I wouldn't worry about labeling it too much. I would just label it as like,
Oh, I wasn't gonna.
yeah, just things for peoples.
Things and stuff.
I think I
Things
asked this
too.
before. Is there a spot on the sheet for money?
Yes.
Oh, there is. Yeah, in the front. If you scroll down, you'll see like your gear that you're carrying, and it's like CP, SP, EP, GP.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Boy,
So,
Steve is poor.
you want to continue on your way closer to the camp?
Yeah.
And Goldilocks is short resting while Stamp Bridle carries him.
Man, I should get hurt more often.
Oh, Stamp, you don't have to do this. No, don't worry about it. Hold me tighter. He like cuddles up.
Isn't that nice? Look at that. Gilligan's like, he's like, his disguised self is wearing off, so he's trying to see like what parts of his body would stay like weird dragon while like others are back to like humanoid, and he's like, ooh, gross, look at my forearms. Oh,
Wow, I can see straight through them.
Dragon
oh, that
man.
shouldn't happen.
Oh, that has nothing to do with this spell.
Oh, that's another thing entirely.
That's a glandular disorder.
Man,
Yeah.
why are the dots on the GM layer separate from the things that are next to them? That's so stupid.
Oh, wow.
Dot.
I see them.
Dot. All right, there we go. Okay, so Goldilocks, you can recover 1 hit die and a bonus d6 from your Song of Rest.
Okay, I already rolled that while we were there, so I'm good.
All right, so you continue sort of into the ravines that form a winding path further to the southeast. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Oh.
Okay, nice.
Oh, that's
You're on point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And before
so
King gets back and rolls a 4.
I can't get
You're
another
not
one.
100% sure, like, what is the exact spot that the guy was referring to about where the rear guard was likely to be stationed. But you find that you're the terrain is naturally funneling you into sort of a tighter and tighter space between ravines. And you see, like, you're pretty sure you're coming up close to the camp, and you see a really choice prime spot for an ambush where there's cliffs largely obscured by rocks on either side of a very narrow path. You may continue down it or look for a way around.
This looks bad.
Hey, how many did the cultists have like a uniform or like anything to distinguish them as cultists?
Try and disguise again.
Much like most of the guys that you fought as cultists, quote unquote, in the town, it seems like these people are have been a mix of actual devotees of the cult and random mercenaries. You haven't perceived a uniform in the sense of like, oh, actually everyone is wearing this. You've noticed some small clothing motifs that some of the more dedicated cultists seem to be following. And that's about all thus far. Looks like a pretty motley crew.
We should go around.
Oh yes,
Well,
absolutely.
Yeah,
under?
yeah.
Can we dig under?
No, that is gonna. What? No. That's gonna take too long.
I'm just having a little fun.
Yeah.
Alright, look for a way around then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, absolutely.
Okay, go ahead and make survival checks.
Ooh,
Oh shit.
I am worthless. Wait, no, I'm not.
I'm not trained. Can I still do it?
Nothing, just boars.
I just love being held by you.
It's hard to see over Goldilocks' beautiful golden locks.
All right, well,
Goldilocks
are
gasps.
completely useless for this. You're just like, rock is in way. What do?
Oh no, we're gonna have to stay here for even longer.
Guys, look at this cool beetle I found.
Hey, we found the
Alright.
same beetle.
Flora,
Give it back.
you do manage to find. It's not real. Calling it a path would be charitable. You might be able to sort of hike up the steep cliff face and kind of go around. You can't find a better path than that.
So, quick question: what do you guys think about precipices? Precipi?
Well, sorry, I was looking at Stamp's ass. What?
Recipes. What do you think about big cliffs and holes in the ground?
Probably bad, but do we have a choice?
I mean, we could go around through the forward camp or backward rear guard base or whatever, or we could take this convenient cliff.
Well, they certainly wouldn't be expecting us coming
I'm up
this
for
way.
breaking my ankles today. Yeah, sure.
Okay, very well. I'll lead the way. Everyone follow my lead. What do I roll?
Okay. Probably
This will be
athletics
an
or acrobatics.
check.
Athletics,
Yeah.
okay. Athletics or acrobatics? Oh.
I'm gonna say athletics specifically.
Fair enough. Yeah,
Don't worry,
join the
I've got
fucking
this.
club.
Athletics. Give me a bad roll.
Could have been worse.
No.
Games roll.
Oh,
Stamp is
Jesus.
good at certain things.
Oh my
I'm
god.
not good at athletics. It's a -1.
Okay.
That's one of my 2 abilities. I have a
Stamp
positive
picks
modifier.
up Goldilocks under one arm and Tamias under the other.
Okay. So, Stamp, you're just like bounding up the cliffside, no fucking problem. Gilligan, you do a pretty solid climb. Flora, you're a bit shaky at points, but you manage to climb essentially without incident. Tamias and Goldilocks, you make it up with the rest of the party's help, but you slip a couple of times and get a little bruised along the way, so you each take a little bit of damage.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You each take 2 damage.
Oh.
Alright.
I like to imagine that Goldilocks is just like, might be kind of a rough climb. You sure you don't want to let me put you down? No, this is fine. Your head just dings into the rocks over and over again.
Flora gets
All
like
right.
halfway up and she's like, ah, yes, now I remember. I'm terrified of heights. Stops. Ah!
Just
Here, no, it's
screaming.
okay. Just take my tentacle. I'll pull you up.
Oh, why thank you.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Now you can't slip off. It won't let you go.
Oh no.
They're at the top of the cliff and no more is said. Flora's just like wiping her hand off.
Gross.
All right. So you scoodle doot up the cliffs, and basically, you just kind of get off to the side of the path while following its general direction. Go ahead and make me perception checks.
Oh no.
I'm okay at this. Yeah, I'm alright.
Oh boy, Goldilocks is just not performing today.
Okay, Stamp and Gilligan, as you pass higher up along the ravine, you do notice one black cloaked figure below you, mostly hidden among the rocks, watching the path. They don't seem to have noticed you at all. So it looks like you could just bypass them entirely or confront them.
I don't see any reason to confront them.
Yeah, I mean, we have advantage. We could just walk by. Besides, if we attack that guy, there might be another fellow across the way that sees us.
Like a torch system, but with murder instead of fire.
Flames of Gondor.
Now
What?
all of China knows you're here.
Perfect.
Good.
Good.
Yeah, alright.
Well, yeah, let's just go around.
Yeah, let's just go around. I like this.
All right.
I like this new strategy. Just constantly circumventing our problems. We see an issue, just go around it.
All right.
Do you wanna
then
talk?
I'm going to. I'm gonna move you to the next map then.
Next
map.
As you bypass whatever people or person was there, lying in wait. You draw closer and closer to the mouth of
A dragon.
Yes, die.
Roll initiative.
Oops. Yeah, you come closer to the mouth of a low-lying valley that's surrounded on all sides by fairly steep cliff. And I'm going to move you to a new map.
Wow!
Even the kitty is excited. You ready to come along on an adventure, Tiger? Get the fuck
Okay.
out of here. Get out of here.
So quickly, you can see now as you draw closer that this is indeed the site of the camp. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Can I try to see if I spot fucking Mothman or Mondath? There we go.
Oh, man.
Maybe not
Oh,
with that
boy.
12, but
Snap.
that's definitely who I'm looking for.
Oh, I was
like,
hoping
the
Stamp would
most.
save us.
Just
We're all
this
too
moment.
enraptured by the camp.
All
We're
right,
just
none
like,
of you
wow.
perceive any like really interesting details from this distance, but you can see. I'll sort of describe. You're still a good ways away from the entrance to the valley, but you can see some of it from the distance that you're at. It appears that the cultists have set up their camp here in the hollow of a rocky plateau that's shaped roughly like a horseshoe. The lower portion of the plateau rises gently from the surrounding land, but it quickly steepens and ascends to a height of 150 feet above the landscape. Boulders form jumbled heaps at the bases of the cliffs. The level shelves and top of the plateau are covered in long grass, and brush and scrubby trees grow in patches. So you can see no one is ahead of you on the path exactly, but there's a very clear from this point on in path that just leads straight into the middle of camp. You can see that the camp is a mixture of, seems like some people are wearing robes that are vaguely uniform, but there's a ton of people who just look like random fuckos, like most of the ones you fought at town. It looks... go ahead and make an insight check, actually.
Ooh. Oh, Stamp!
Stamp.
My insight is okay. Man.
Anyone else got that 20?
Yeah, but Stamp
Alright.
is so insightful. He gets people.
Stamp, you can tell from the tenor of how people are moving around as you observe them. It seems like people are not very organized right now. It's not like outright chaotic, but this is not like a well-ordered military camp or like religious site. This is a huge number of people dropping off loot, milling around, doing chores, eating, practicing, shitting. This is like there is a large crowd here that plausibly you could blend into. Questionably in Goldilocks' case, but definitely for the rest of you.
Shit.
I'm gonna go ahead and move you to the map.
You could hide in my large bag.
So there's a little
do that.
bit down here where I have your icons right now.
Oh, okay.
But you can, if you zoom out, you can see the whole thing at a greater level of detail. So there's a ton of canvas tents set up here and there. I haven't bothered to put tokens for everyone because there's a shit ton of people. But yeah, you can pretty much assume there are humans, kobolds, and some lizards, drakes, things like that around.
Ooh, this is not good. Holy shit, that's gonna be a lot of people.
I mean, we could use these numbers to our advantage if we can just find a proper disguises. I mean, they're not looking for us.
Yeah. I sure am a bright gold dragon.
We could just put some dirt on you.
I mean, I'm a regular guy. I just need like a cloak, a spooky cloak.
I think I could make it by with like some sort of deranged cultist potato sack.
Yeah,
You, on the other hand, Goldilocks.
I know. I know. We could put a potato sack over your head.
Oh, that's really smart. Like, maybe you were hurt in the accident in the raid, and we need to bandage your entire head up.
Oh, but what about his tail? They'll see that.
I can tuck my tail.
Okay.
You can do that?
I mean, sorta. Kinda. It should be fine.
The offer to just be in my bag still stands.
Yeah, I'll just do that, but I'll also put the bag on my head in case someone tries to peek and go, no, it's a dead man. Don't look, it's gross.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's even better. Well, how
Like
good
a
are you at
two-stage
playing
plan.
dead?
So
Bruh.
we'll get you all
Oh, no,
dressed
you know,
up and
how
put you in a
about-
bag.
It's a prisoner of war. Oh, don't look, he might be dead. It's gross.
Yeah, all right. I'll just get in the bag, but I'm gonna have my weapons ready just in case I need to pop out and stab a guy. I hope not.
So
I mean, I could just use this as a walking stick. He kind of just walks around with this quarterstaff because it's just a big stick. So, like, you know, it's believable. I can try. But yeah.
Okay. So Goldilocks, you're getting in. Sorry, what is this? Just a bag, like a sack.
Stamp. I always picture him carrying this huge fucking
Duffel bag.
like Pokemon hiker bag on his back, like a backpack, because he has to carry his shit somewhere. And since he has like gargantuan strength, I imagine he has like a letter sack.
Okay. I mean, Goldilocks is pretty heavy, so you'll be able to lift him. Just kind of like it's a little hefty, but yeah, you carried him the way here. So.
Well, because the thing is, you have powerful build, so your carrying capacity is doubled.
Like carrying capacity is like 700 pounds or something.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Like he weighs a lot, but like you'll be okay. You can heft it or drag it, whichever you prefer. I assume you're gonna heft it for his comfort.
Yeah, I know. I'm wearing it.
Flora's going to distribute the weapons that she and Tamias stole from the people before, just as an additional piece of the disguise.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's
What did
it's
we
a
even
pile
get?
of not very high quality spears and a few swords of various make.
Cool. If it's
I
similar
sure
to
don't know what I can use, but I'll grab a sword and slide it on for aesthetic.
Any scimitars?
No.
Damn.
That being said, they don't appear to have any special design or signifiers.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
And so
we
what
might
is
be
your plan
asked
of
to be
approach?
like, "Where's your loot?" And I don't want them to look in the bag. But if they say that, I'm gonna open the flap, and you gotta hand us like the candlesticks and stuff that we got from those guys.
Oh yeah, don't worry. I'm picking him up right now. He's like in the bag, getting everything ready.
Ooh, you could pile the loot on top of your head to make it seem like the bag is positively full of loot.
Yeah?
Gilligan places the coin he was given earlier right on top of his forehead.
Thank you.
You're completely invisible in there, Goldilocks.
God, I hope they don't, like, see my tail and think it's just a shit ton of gold. All right, let's do this.
Okay, so our plan of approach is simply to go in through the front and introduce ourselves?
As long as we're not doing anything suspicious fishy, it should be okay.
Okay, let's just blend.
Someone say fish.
I don't even think we need to introduce ourselves. Just be like, hey.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, just do
Only
the bad
speak
guy
if
nod.
spoken to.
Okay, I'll do my best. I'm a little tightly strung, so I'll follow your more casual attitudes.
All right. I'm gonna
Just walk around like you have nothing to hide.
Okay.
I'll drag you from the overview up to like the actual map, as you're just gonna come up through like the main route, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
We're so tiny.
enter from the northwest. Of the camp
Before
here.
we descend, is there anywhere we can see where they might be keeping prisoners, like a cartoon stockades or something?
I'm gonna say that's something I would have told you had you rolled higher.
Oh, yeah,
on the
we already
perception
we rolled
check,
shitty.
so
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
That's all right. So you approach from the northwest, and you can see there are a fair few people who look kind of similar to the sort of generic cultists you've been dealing with, as well as a few of the sort of mercenary guards. Plenty of kobolds around. And go ahead and make a perception check to see sort of like what the makeup of the camp appears to be in terms of like how many of different types and ranks of people.
Is this everybody, or?
I'm inside
yes.
a bag. I don't think I
Except
can.
for Goldilocks.
Yeah, I'll try. Man. Good thing I'm blowing all these low numbers on stuff.
Damn!
Perception.
Alright.
Focus.
Hey.
Not too shabby.
Okay. Okay, Flora and Stamp. You sort of surmise just from what you observe as you're approaching the throng, that most of these guys are pretty low rank and seem like fairly interchangeable with the people you've been fighting. However, about a third of the sort of rank and file cultists are wearing something that is much closer to a proper uniform. They tend to have. Just a moment. Where is that note? Shit, I thought it said what they're actually wearing. Oh, okay, yeah, here we go. Yeah, so the third or so that are more properly uniformed look distinctly different from the earlier stragglers. They're dressed in similar, though not identical, black leather tunics with flared black mantles. Looks like those guys are probably the more dedicated cultists. And you see the occasional person decked out in much more sort of fanciful robes, occasionally masks or headpieces. Those guys typically look like this. I'll show you one of the tokens.
Ooh.
These guys.
Oh, them.
And you also see a few people who look like much more capable fighters with dragon horned helms and proper armor.
Ooh.
You can tell these guys must be higher ranked because everyone else is giving them a wide berth. And on the occasion, like on the one time you see a kobold accidentally wander into one and like smack into their knees, they give it a huge like 5 across the face and send it sprawling to the side.
Oh.
And the other kobolds, instead of being like and snarling at them, are just like "Arr!"
Oh no!
So these guys are around, albeit in smaller numbers. And as for blending in, everyone go ahead and make
failed.
a charisma check.
A charisma check?
Oh.
Oh boy.
Okay, it's just a flat charisma check, huh?
How do I? Oh, okay. Yeah!
Not bad, actually.
I'm one of you all now.
Good
Flora,
work.
what are you good at?
Punch and
Punch.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, also, it was a charisma
You don't,
save.
you don't
save.
have to do this, Goldilocks, because you're in a sack, but I'll keep
Yeah.
that in mind. Yeah, so it does not seem as you like you get a little nervous, you just draw close to this throng of people. No one really seems to pay you a second glance. You get the impression that the overall mood in the camp is elated and exhausted. Their raid was by and large very successful. People are still filtering in, either bringing stuff or just showing up. There is no, like, make sure to check in at this desk. There's no, like, hey, let me see your cult badge or any shit going on that you can see. So simply striding into camp, you find you're able to, insert yourself into the proceedings with no one questioning you.
Hey
As long
guys,
as you-
where's the beer tent? That was a
You're
joke.
Talking
you
to
can-
us.
You can
That's a
begin
joke.
more freely moving yourselves around this map. Let me know if there's anything in particular you want to interact with or examine. And as you go, if you get near things of interest, I will let you know and or call for perception checks. Otherwise, you can just assume that you have blended in with the crowd and you are scoping the place out.
All right. Sam's probably gonna like get the attention of a lower ranking fuck and ask him like, "Hey, do you know where we're supposed to go if we have a prisoner?"
All right, I will insert a lower ranking fuck for you to talk to.
Oh, wait.
The lowest ranking fuck.
I'm just gonna leave my icon up here, but just
Okay.
assume I'm with Stamp, just so you can move around freely.
I'm pretty sure that they've got the normal prisoners back with the dragon claws.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Where's that? He like steps 10 feet and comes back. I've been out for a while.
I guess it's you keep going closer to the commander's tent, then hang a south.
Gotcha. Thanks, friend. He
Yeah, no
hoists
problem.
the
Looks
bag
like you
back
got a
up.
shit ton of loot. Damn.
Yep. Oh, jeez.
He watches you go, but it doesn't look like he was especially suspicious of you. Tomias, are you following them in, or?
Yeah. I mean, I got a 20 in my charisma, so I should be good.
You're the most
I-
guilty of us all.
I am one of the cultists. He puts like a hand over half of his face, like an edgelord. Like,
What are you doing?
yeah.
Stop
I'm-
it, you're embarrassing me.
No, I got a 20 on my charisma. I can do whatever.
Is this what you think we sound like in God.
Flora,
Not you. You're different.
Flora, you're an investigator, right?
Yes.
Is there like some kind of crime sona we should be adopting right now?
Are you doing
should
this,
we be
John?
like-
Are you doing this?
Do
Go
we need
ahead,
like the
yes. Can you stop there for a moment?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Not a big deal, but someone does approach you from the crowd. Just a moment. Okay, so this two people come up to you here. I'll just reveal their tokens real quick. Ah, shit! I just dragged something that's on the GM layer.
Nobody look. Close your
They're
eyes.
like tying their shoes. Don't go anywhere. I need to talk to you.
Hang on.
Rabbit goes around the tree. Fuck.
Make a loop-de-loop and pull. And
A boar out of the tree.
These two come striding up to you from out of the crowd. It's a still like lower ranking looking but fairly properly uniformed cultist in a black tunic and cloak, and one of the heavily armored guards. The cultist strides up to you, extends a hand with all 5 fingers outstretched. Says, "All hail Tiamat!"
All hail to Tiamat!
All hail Tiamat. Flora kind of nudges Stamp in the lower back, just like, oh, in this situation, we don't need a crime Sona. What we need is a cult Sona.
Oh, gotcha. All hail Tiamat.
Hail, hail.
I'm the one of this cult who brews wicked potions. Hee.
I imagine this is some cultist secret handshake. Can I do like an insight to see if Stamp would have bumped into the proper response in his travels?
So I don't think that would be an insight, but I'll give you a knowledge religion.
Can I also join in on this?
Sure.
I'll try. Nope.
I don't have that.
Maybe Gilligan knows.
Oh, no, I do have a 3 in religion.
Gilligan!
Okay.
Gilligan, you've run with this crowd
Oh,
before.
okay.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Yeah, shit.
Oh
it's-
shit, is that you, Clarence? Wow, you got swole.
Yeah. So, this is a common greeting that is a sign used among members of the cult that is kind of informally known as the Tiamat salute, where you hold out your hand with all 5 fingers extended, representing the 5 heads of the dragon. There's also a variant that some do where you curl back 2 of the fingers to show that Tiamat's strength is hidden. This is not a mandatory greeting, but the more the higher ranking ones and the more the cultists who are more into the hardcore religious aspects of it tend to look favorably on those who do it sincerely.
It's like Gilligan and Timaeus, if you want to answer that way. Stamp will follow whatever you do. He doesn't know how to respond to this.
Okay, so wait. So what was it again? What did he say?
Just
He
hail
said-
Tiamat.
he said-
So
Hail
is it
Tiamat.
is it almost like rock horns almost when you do the one with your fingers curled back?
I suppose it would depend on which 2 of your fingers you curled back.
Yeah, no, I'm
If you
trying to figure out how that would
second
work.
and third, then I suppose it would look fairly similar.
Timaeus beats his chest and then holds out a salute, but it's like that rock and roll thing where you put your middle and ring
Yeah,
finger
rock
down.
horns.
And he goes, oh, okay, that's just what I never knew that had a name. But he holds that out and he's like, hail to Tiamat!
Oh, goodness, they're throwing up the horns.
Yeah, me too. Hail Tiamat.
The cultist nods at you approvingly. That looks like quite a haul there. Are you you're taking it back to the pile, or do you have something you wanted to show straight to Mondath and the rest?
Oh, we were doing the pile. It's a lot, but it's mostly low tier stuff. Candlesticks, etc. Stamp reaches in the back and knocks
The
on
candlestick.
the top a few times.
Oh no, he heard you. He's like, yep, candlestick, here we go. Just hands the candlestick.
Candlestick. He just shows the candlestick and puts it back in the bag as proof.
I might have something Mondath might like, but I'm keeping it under wraps. Do you know where her tent is located? Or wherever she is?
Let's see. How would he react to that?
Roll initiative.
Oh, no. I guess
He kind of gives you a askance look. Go ahead and make an insight check.
I will make
Can I
an
join
insight
in?
check. Ugh. Ugh.
Gilligan.
Yeah, Gilligan knows what's up with these guys. Yeah, so probably he's slightly surprised that someone who's in enough with the actual cult stuff to return that gesture doesn't also know that. But it doesn't look like he's immediately intensely suspicious. Yeah, it's you just keep going to the end of the valley. You really can't miss it since it's the only tent that's under crazy heavy guard. And yeah, don't worry about the quality of the loot. The quantity matters as well. I'm sure the queen will be pleased with all of it.
Oh, thank you. It's nighttime, right?
It's getting into the evening now. It's getting dark.
Oh, sorry, it's been a long day. It's hard to find my bearings after so much plundering and looting. He puts his like hand back over half of his face.
Christ.
Well, it was a fine day. It was our greatest haul yet, and there's so much more to come.
Oh yes, so much more to come. Hail to Tiamat!
Gilligan kind of like leans over to Timaeus, is like, you, ruffles his hair, and then casually like turns to just walk.
Don't mess with that. It's so hard to keep it that way.
He nods to you. Indeed, they shall rise. And he and the armored guy walk past you.
And when enough cultists get together and throw up the horns, they call that a mosh pit. Flora's been...
It's pretty messed up. You can get real banged up in there if you're not paying attention.
You don't
Hey
want
guys,
to...
what? What's a Tiamat?
Isn't it like a lizard?
It's like the big.
I think a check to know. I feel like that's something like Timaeus would know. I mean, I don't know, but I feel like that's something he might know, just from book reading.
I think it's like Goldilocks would know just because he's a dragonborn.
Right, that too. Can make
yes, it's very, very likely that you know who Tiamat is. I mean, Tiamat's a
god,
check? So you'd have to really be head buried in sand to not have at least heard of her.
Yeah, Goldilocks doesn't poke his head out, but he just kind of whispers, "Yeah, Tiamat's like an evil god of all the chromatic dragons. You know, red, blue, black, white, and green. Oh, you know, all the not good ones."
Queen Power Ranger.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, no, she is bad news and all about chaos, death, and destruction.
Oh, cool.
She's one bad bitch.
Do you get does something happen if you collect a dragon of every color and make them hang out?
Ooh.
Well, you already got gold, baby.
Probably a force to be reckoned with.
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, it's a lot of dragons, so I mean, by default.
It's a lot of dragons.
I was about to say I've never seen
they'll
a dragon, but yes, I have.
Now, if they fought with each other, then that would be a spectacle. I would place bets.
You can see to the south of you, at this pair of canvas tents down there. There's a number of kobolds and humans working together to skin some game that looks like it was hunted for the camp. And further to the south of them, you can see. Just sort of at the edge of these canvas tents, I'll reveal these icons.
Oh, okay.
You can see four figures in. Let me look up what their description is.
They look like they're pretty high level.
So these guys are they're wearing sort of like upgraded, fancier versions of the like standard cultist outfit that you can see on some of the rank and file guys here. In particular, unlike those guys, they are wearing headdresses with sort of stylized dragon horns. And they seem to be shouting at someone who you can't really see behind them.
Should we just keep casually walking by like we've been doing?
I think so.
I feel like, yeah.
Probably the best.
Just keep walking down the trail.
Can I kind of lean a bit and see if I can hear a little as I casually saunter by?
Timaeus is hunched over like a creepy... hunched over like a creepy person.
Having too much fun with this.
He is. He got a 20. I have been getting bad rolls this whole time, except for the other 20. Just casually pass him through.
Spicy gossip, huh?
Yes. So yeah, it sounds like these guys are not literally, but figuratively cracking the whip on one or more people who are doing some kind of manual labor back here.
Oh.
And Stamp, Goldilocks, you're still in the sack. Stamp, you can see, I suppose Timaeus can probably as well, a bit through here. There is a very notable set of people over here.
Over where? Oh, okay.
Over here.
Oh, yep.
There are 4 heavily armored figures and 4 drakes.
Not
And
going
these
in
are-
there.
These are like proper. These are proper sized drakes, not the like little like fletchlings that you fought in the town.
So I assume that's Mondath's tent. Heavily guarded.
And you can also see there is at least one guy here who seems to be repairing the edge of this tent, who looks like a civilian. He seems to be not well treated.
That's one of the people from that like sextuplet family.
Family, oh no!
They got cut after all. How terrible.
Damn.
Life's up.
Do there appear to be other civilians in this area?
Yes, I'll show. Okay, Stamp. I'll go ahead and I'll show you some more people. Da-na-na-na-na. Just a moment.
People.
Do. Yeah, you can see there's several people over here, and now that you're a little closer, you can tell they are all shackled by the legs, so it's very likely that these are prisoners. Several of them are tanning hides or cutting up meat from hunting, and several of them are doing other various manual labor tasks back here. They look beaten down, not well fed, and extremely tired, with varying levels of injury. These 4 are keeping watch over them. You also, Timaeus. Well, I suppose everyone's close enough. Give me perception checks.
Okay.
You'd think they'd like fan out if they were trying to keep an eye
Oh
on
no! I can't see because half my face is covered.
Wow.
You gotta
I can't
stick to
hear
your
because I'm too
feet.
busy cackling to myself. Yep.
17's not awful.
No, it's not terrible.
Okay, Gilligan, you can hear slightly.
Are they mining in that wall?
No, but you can hear slightly raised voices coming from inside this tent. And one in particular that seems to be
Which
like
one?
a deeper male voice that seems to be escalating louder and louder as some kind of conversation is passing in which you can't really hear the other half.
Is it this tent here?
No. Oh, sorry, I had the GM layer on, so you couldn't see the arrow. It's this over here.
Oh,
Ah.
okay.
Ooh, wow, we got a big
Maybe we
shelf
can-
over there.
Maybe we can just wait and see what happens. Oh, hey.
Would you like to wait and see?
I mean, unless
Yeah,
someone
sure.
has like, an objection.
We could just sit next to this tent.
Yeah.
We can just hang out, maybe pull out some cards and just like act like we're doing our own thing.
Who knows? We
Or
might
dice.
find that guy that challenged Goldilocks.
Man, that would suck. Hey, just so people know, I have 1 breath attack left. So if we need to start, I don't know if we need to start a fire, but if we do need a distraction, I can do that.
I was actually curious. What are your guys' thoughts on freeing all the civilians? I'm obviously for it, but
I have no idea how we're gonna do that.
That
Me
seems like a
neither.
later decision.
As much as I want to help them, I do have my own goal I wish to accomplish first. That Mondath stole a book I'm after, and if she's getting in the quest for knowledge, then I must do something about it. He doesn't say that too loudly.
Goldilocks just thinks to himself, wow, he wants a book more than saving people's lives.
Well,
Hey,
speaking
I
of
know
the
what
devil,
I'm about.
the front of this tent billows open, and a very tall figure strides through.
He.
Oh,
He-
it's our friend.
Big.
Hang on.
Oh yeah,
Blue
there he is.
Magoo.
Yeah, that's
So
lasagna.
he strides out, sword strapped to his back, and sort of throws his arms up in the air in frustration. Ridiculous! You think I'm going to pass up this chance? The chance of a lifetime at this challenge? I shall be the champion, and I will be the one to claim victory. Go ahead and make a perception check to see if you can make out the much, much quieter reply.
Hey guys, we should probably hide from him.
Yes.
Maybe if we get in between these tents and just act like we're doing our own thing.
Gilligan, you're the only one who can hear the response. A woman in purple robes kind of steps to like just the edge of the tent, just crosses through it to continue speaking to him. No, you're the one who's acting ridiculous. This pride of yours is going to get you killed one day. Huh! It's better a life of pride than skulking around in the shadows. I can't understand why you were put in charge. Well, it makes no difference to me. I shall slay Bahamut's champion just as soon as he is ready. Whatever you say. She shakes her head and sort of skulks back inside the tent.
Is that the Hunchback's mom? like shit. Someone
inside that potato sack.
Someone had to say it.
Out of my way! He shoves this Drake and armored figure aside, and notably, they don't offer any kind of opposition. Ridiculous! The chance of a lifetime, and we're just going to throw it away? Preposterous!
Timaeus!
Angry muttering. Everyone, make a stealth check if you're trying not to be noticed by him.
Do I need to make a stealth check? Because I'm in a bad...
No.
I'm still hunched over, going around like, wait.
Gilligan, how'd you like to give me your advantage?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm alright.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Wait. Hail to Tiamats.
There you go, buddy.
I guess I don't need it, but I'll check.
Like a hunched over,
Alright.
cackling old man.
He strides out to here, takes a look down toward the prisoners, turns and takes a pointed look somewhere. He's looking in your general direction, but it doesn't seem like he's looking at you. He doesn't take any particular notice of you.
I would like to
finally
follow his line of sight.
Finally, he turns again and harumphs off.
Can he, like, sense you as a dragonborn?
No.
Oh. Don't like that.
Don't like that.
What do you think you're doing over there?
We weren't doing anything.
Nothing, sir. We're just on our
Timaeus
way.
turns around. And he does the horns.
Oh my god.
Look, there'll be plenty of time for lazing about when we've completed our tasks here. You
Yes,
all have
of
nothing
course.
better to do than get to work on some chores. There's plenty of hides yet to be skinned, plenty of meat yet to be cut, and you don't seem to be doing much of anything.
Yes, sir. Goes this way towards the people who are cutting meat and such.
Perhaps I'll have my appointment with Mondath later. All in a day's work.
I have read a book about being a bad guy.
He's probably read like lots of like trashy adventure novels with like clear-cut evil villains and like no depth or anything to it.
Yeah.
Okay, these guys seem a little more concerned with like keeping an eye on the actual prisoners than you, but you are within their vision as you begin to do the chores they asked, except for Gilligan, who appears to have fucked off.
Yeah, I'm chilling by these tents. Taking a little peeky poo around here, see if there's any like specific theme or like section to what these tents might be for.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Can the rest of us perceive since we're like 100 feet away?
Fuck!
You're close, but you can't really like investigate them the way Gilligan is currently capable of doing. So I'm gonna say no. Gilligan, these sure are tents.
Great.
There are some of them are occupied, some of them not. You notice there's besides this tree here, there's like something behind it as well, but you can't see what it is from here.
Oh man, I know that's what he was looking at, but I don't want to.
It might be our elf.
Dragon, elf, who knows?
I mean, I feel like 2 of you could go off and look at that, but if all of us just go, okay,
Yeah.
Hey,
fuck it
Flora!
off, it'll be suspicious.
I'll,
Stamp was gonna stay here and sit with his back to these prisoners and just have the bags thing a little bit open so Goldilocks can scan these people to see if the guy's among them.
Oh, good thing. Good idea. Yeah, I guess Goldilocks will just look around.
Okay. Make a perception check.
I don't think so.
I'll try too.
I'll look around for evil, not evil monk person.
Killing it.
Whatever. Killing it. This is my first time. You learn to rodeo once.
These people are mostly humans. There is one person who looks like an elf, but they're like an elf, and Leosin is a half-elf. You're pretty sure they're not... He sounds like he can handle himself, like he's a monk who can fight. These people are definitely civilians.
Oh, I've got a question. How high was this cliff? I was just over there.
It's about 150 feet.
150 feet. Okay.
Cool.
Tall cliff. As Flora passes
Flora
by-
and Seymour, go ahead and make stealth checks to sneak out of chore duty again.
Okay.
For
One of you can
Tiamat.
have advantage. Not that person needs it, I guess.
I guess I'll take it because I'm leaving. No, Gilligan might need it. I'll just try. No.
Stamp is a good boy.
What did I just... You think you're too good for chores? You think you're too good to work with these shits?
Hail,
You
Tiamat.
swirly hair, get back here.
Flora makes.
I just wanted to tan some evil leather.
Flora makes eye
Not talking
contact.
to you!
Fucking Flora makes eye contact
Oh,
with
sorry.
Gilligan.
We both kind of have twirly hair. Oops.
As he's dragged away, flashing him the most sympathetic look she's ever given a person.
No, not my perfectly manicured freaky nails. No!
What's your name?
Gilbert.
Well, Gilbert, I've got my eye on you. Now get those hands dirty and calloused.
Yes, sir. Does the salute.
The googly eyes on his helmet waggle.
As Gilligan comes over to Stamp, he just mumbles, "You could probably disguise your hands to be calloused.
Shit, you're right.
Or you could take some of mine."
Excuse me?
He doesn't elaborate.
Tobias just digs his hands through the dirt.
Sam's actually doing a pretty good job. You get the sense he gets talked into delivering out to remote towns, and then people are like, "Oh, what a nice young man. How about you do some chores for dinner?" And he'll be like, "Okay."
I know exactly who gave him that stupid quest.
Oh, what a nice young man.
On her way out, Flora's going to definitely check on these tents too. Just
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
percent at them. Wow, I roll badly for +5 on everything. Just tents?
Tents with some occupied, some not. Seems like they're lodgings that are relatively interchangeable with the rest of these.
Okay. Guess I gotta go for it. I'm gonna scout the other side of this tree, trying to cling to it as close as I possibly can.
Did you give him an advantage on stealth rolls, Gillian? Probably not.
Oops.
Gillian Anderson. Okay, Flora, you sort of sneak around this little copse of trees, and you see
Yes, I am a cop.
things.
She
you
said
see, you see two
aloud.
things of note. First is, as you sort of peek around, you see tied to a wooden post back here, a half-elven man dressed in leathers and robe. A robe that's
Called it.
heavily tattered and a bit bloodied. The other thing of note that you see is this woman striding to the south with purpose.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you might wanna get out of there.
Yeah, I'll skedaddle really quick.
You know that spell?
No.
Skedaddle, skedoodle.
Stealth check, anything like that, or?
No. As long if you're backing off, you can watch her, and she's not going to notice you.
She's gonna scurry over to Stamp and relay this information as quickly as possible into the bag.
Shit.
She kind of like,
Okay.
yeah, she's going to watch from a safe distance too, just to see what the fuck's happening over there.
Okay. If you're gonna go back to relay the information to Stamp, I will ask for a stealth check, not for Purple Lady, but for the dragon guys over here.
Yeah.
If
That's
you are okay.
Oh my god.
Hey, what the fuck? How many times do I have to? You are the worst.
I'm sorry. She's like just dragged in. Gilligan, I got caught too.
That's just how it be sometimes. Chops the head off a fish.
I'm a little confused why she needed like points for stealthing back. Since she fucked off immediately.
Well, so she was seen as part of the original group, but he didn't notice that she didn't come over to do the chores immediately.
Yeah.
So the issue was coming back over here to try to talk to you and then leave again without being seen.
Yep. I'm just relaying this information like, hey, dude's over there, and Purple Lady's seeing him right now. So what do you guys think we should do?
I don't really know. This is a bad position.
We could create some sort of a distraction.
Maybe if we do enough... I mean, they're probably keeping an eye on us now. If we do enough work, maybe they'll just let us go after a bit.
Gilligan just filing his nails, not working in the shadow of a tent.
Well, I don't think we're going to accomplish anything here, cutting the heads off of fish. I think we need to get away one way or another.
Surprise.
I mean, I got a fire. I breathe fire.
I haven't tried sneaking away yet.
Yeah.
They still think I'm a good bean.
Oh, use that to your advantage.
All right, give me that stealth check. Bonus.
Take it.
All right, taking the bag. Stamp hides himself behind the bag and shimmies like Link in the Forsaken Fortress.
Right.
Oh god, am I with you?
Yeah, I'm bringing you.
Oh fuck.
All right, go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay. It seems
Okay.
like you're actually slightly better off because this guy is taking so much time glowering at Seymour and Flora.
Oh, we're the bad beans.
It's okay, I'd rather be a bad bean than
All right.
dirt.
And since nobody's actually succeeded in this, I'll also look at these tents.
It's physically impossible. Nobody can do
Jeez.
it.
There's no
They
tents here.
All right, can
You're
I
an
pull my head out
optical
for like
illusion.
a second just to look at these fucking tents?
Okay.
All right. Oh, my rolled 20
Not
sheets fucked
tents.
up. Hang on.
It's a collection of dragon
The
eggs.
tent mimics descend upon you.
The gazebo eats you.
Holy Christ.
These are tents upon which man was not meant to look.
Man, these goddamn candelabras in my face. Jesus.
Oh man, there's a lot
Alright,
of
Stamp, you come along here just in time to see the robed woman walking away from the man. He looks well, you don't really know this, but he looks a little worse for the wear than when Flora saw him a few minutes ago. These three sort of exchange looks among themselves, and then swiftly stride back to their guard posts around the tent.
Okay, great. I'm gonna stand awkwardly a few feet away with my back turned to this man.
Oh, this is gonna be the worst scene in the episode.
Oh God, what are we doing, Stamp?
I don't know. I'm just over here.
Wait a minute.
Trust
Maybe-
your friend.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll try and cut the vines on the tree.
Oh, I mean, I figured you'd be talking to him first.
Yeah, okay, I guess I'll do that first. Hey, buddy, Leo.
I'll go ahead and show you the image for this guy, by the way.
Ooh. Oh.
Brutal.
Who's this fancy pants next to him?
Some asshole.
That's the girl, isn't it?
That is purple robe lady with the smushed face. Actually,
Monda.
What?
Her icon image is not very good.
Oh, I love her expression.
Yeah.
I mention I'm evil.
Oh,
I love being a dragon cultist.
Yeah, look at it. Oh, okay, no, that's how they throw up the horns. All right.
Throwing
I
up
love the
horns.
tiny. I like my favorite character in this image is Tiny
Oh.
Kobold, bottom
That-
left.
Oh.
That's really hard to
That's
do.
almost
really
impossible
fucking hard
to do.
yeah.
Ow!
Yeah,
Ow.
no, I just.
Oh.
Oh, no, yeah, no, I'm just throwing up the horns like usual.
Yeah, no, these guys are idiots.
Oh, I just realized I should also give you all an actually, no, I guess it would just be Stamp and Flora based on what's happened. Stamp and Flora, you can make intelligence checks to
Okay.
Great.
reimburse them.
Dude, very smart. Oh,
Wow.
All
it's
right.
not bad actually.
Stamp, you don't necessarily know who the purple robe lady is, but you do recognize her. You briefly saw her early on in the fighting yesterday in Greenest.
Yeah, no, I mentioned her.
Leading.
Oh.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you knew that, and I also wasn't sure if your characters knew that. But yes, she was leading a very large group of raiders. So she was at the battle yesterday. Anyway, back to you guys. You said like, "Hey, Leo," right?
Yeah, it's hey Leo.
The man stirs a little and looks up from his bonds, not quite sure where your voice is coming from.
Just keep looking the other way. I'm in the bag. Listen, we came to get you out of here, but that is going to be tough.
Who sent you?
Governor Nighthill, and well, also the Harpers.
Oh, he
He goes back to perfect health.
Ding! He suddenly sounds much more interested, to be honest.
I see. Are you part of our order or simply doing their business?
Oh yeah, no, I'm part of the order, and we actually have another member here as well. We're just kind of trying to scope out a way to get you out of here, and it's not looking good. I'll be real.
I'm sure it's not. I'm the guest of honor here in Frulam Mondath's camp.
Any particular reason why?
Well, I had hoped not to end up in quite so precarious a position, but getting close to the cult was my intention from the beginning. I had hoped to infiltrate them. I was captured instead, but I've still learned much in my time here. Much
Okay.
more than they've learned from me.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. Okay.
You should ask for that information.
Yeah. What have you learned?
Stamp's like the shitty little like heads up display help character. Like, he's like Rotom in Pokemon.
Snake, you should probably ask him about some additional
Snake,
information.
that's Leonardo da Vinci. I think you're wrong, baby.
You're wrong, baby. But yeah, what have you learned?
I've been studying their previous attacks, and I figured that the time was right for the cult to strike a bigger target. Greenest is prosperous, yet poorly defended, meaning it would be the most likely to fall. And so I decided to visit the town and stay around until something happened. I fell in with the raiders when they retreated, but unfortunately, the head honcho around here, a half-dragon named Resmir, knows me by appearance. She spotted me after the sun came up, and here I am. Still, I know much of their operations and their intentions. It's too much to discuss at the moment, and truth be told, speaking for a long time would be difficult owing to the fact that I haven't had a drink in a day and a half.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But I believe I can learn more if I remain here longer.
You want to stay?
Yeah, he nods. Make an insight check.
Oh, great. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I will try using my smart face.
It's better.
Seems like he does genuinely believe that he could learn more by staying longer. You get the impression that his determination probably exceeds his actual physical capacity right now. He is in a very bad way. Doesn't look like he's had food or drink in quite a while, and he's been beaten quite a bit.
Oh man, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm for real.
Wonder if there's a way that I could transfer him some of my sausages.
I mean, I'm in your bag.
I don't know. I feel like if I get any closer, it'll be obvious what we're doing. Are these two guys like keeping any level of watch? We're not that far. I guess we're like 100 feet away.
They're farther away than the map might imply, because
Yeah,
the map scale is fairly large.
Yeah, they're like, all right, they're like 90 feet away.
And they are also...
You guys are screaming at each other.
Well, yeah, you guys are closer to Leosin than the map would
Yeah,
imply.
I'm like maybe 10 feet away tops.
Yeah, you're actually really close to him. These guys also, you can tell pretty much all the fighters that you've encountered from this group are like super undisciplined and usually not very skilled. These guys appear to have one job, which is guarding this tent, and they are not prone to distraction, which in this case works against them a little because, yes, they are really not paying any attention to what's going on.
All right, well, I still have that stealth bonus. I've got to have a canteen of water. I mean, I've got a cactus theme.
Goldilocks, you can make a persuasion check if you want to convince him that he should not stay.
I don't know if we can get him out of here regardless, to be honest.
I just don't see us getting him out of here.
Either way, I would like to give him some water at the very least, so he doesn't fucking die.
Yeah, unless this bag is big enough for both of us and we just scoop him up.
I don't think that's possible.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, that's like the only thing I can think of where we could even possibly get him out.
Yep. Okay. Stamp is gonna try and stealthily, like, give him a drink.
Okay. I don't think you need to make a check for that.
Okay.
If you're just handing him the canteen and not like messing with him, it should be fine.
Yeah, Stamp will give him a little drink of water, and he's gonna give him like a little sausage too.
That tastes very good right now. This might be my only chance. I committed to doing this. I don't think I can give up yet.
All right.
He looks like he's in a great deal of pain.
All right. I'm just going to use healing word on you real quick. You get 3 hit points back, because that sucked.
gonna miss as you pop your head out of the bag and the tree heals.
Yeah, four hit points back. So hopefully that helps.
You see a fair few of his bruises fade and his wounds close up.
Well, I'm grateful for the aid, at least. Mondath just came to interrogate me a few minutes ago. She usually comes every 2 or 3 hours. Hasn't learned anything yet, though. Still, there might be some wisdom to what you say. It certainly seems like you're capable of handling yourselves. So perhaps there's a chance now that we won't have later.
Yeah. Okay, so you seem to know a lot more. What's their next move? Like maybe we can prevent it, slow it down?
Well, I know that there's something of considerable value in the cave behind their main tent over there. I don't know. I've seen them bring some treasure in there. Not all of it. So I don't think it's just a hoard. But the ones guarding the tent, keeping a close watch on that as well. At the moment, I don't see any chance to get in there and investigate, even if I were able to free myself and move about freely.
I see. Maybe.
So what I'm saying is we're fucked.
Well, maybe we can get a big enough distraction to make them walk away. I mean, there are these tents over here that are very flammable.
A bold plan, but I'd be somewhat concerned about whether you could get back out, given that, well, it is a
That's, yeah, shit.
That being said, if we are going to go anywhere, I think we should go back to Greenest first. The information that I've gained here needs to get to my brothers in the Order.
Okay, so do you want us to... I mean, I don't know how we can get you out of here, but yeah, any other details that are super important that we should bring back, just let us know. We'll bring it back and we'll figure out what to do there.
More than I can easily say, but, well, the most important people here, I've managed to glean their names. The one who runs this camp is named Fula Mondath. She's the nasty piece of work in the purple robes with the weird face.
Yeah, no, she looks doofy.
I believe she led the attack on Greenest personally. The brute, the half-dragon, the blue one, is her right hand. Langdadrosa Cyanrath. He is quite
Oh, I've met him.
ferocious. How did that go?
Yeah, he beat the shit out of me.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yes, he's quite fearsome. But ultimately, those two are both subordinates of Resmir, the half-black dragon. I gather she is someone quite important to the cult at large, not simply to their activities in this region. She's the one who was able to recognize me, unfortunately. And I believe they have been visited, the three of them at times, by a red wizard.
A red wizard?
His name. Yes, one of those Thayans. Tattooed forehead, fancy robes, evil intentions.
Yes, I know them. Goldilocks shrugs in the bag.
I don't know if they have any connection to the cult at an organizational level, but there's plenty of ambitious individuals among them who might seek to ally with unscrupulous forces like the cult if they thought they could get an advantage among the Thayans. My guess he is one such opportunist, but probably not someone to be taken lightly.
All right. Okay. Well, is there anything else you want us to bring back?
Well, truth be told, even though I know I said I wanted to stay here, but
Fuck
I
that.
think that may have been the fatalism talking to some extent.
Yeah, okay,
Now
let's
that I
see.
have a real chance of getting out of here, I feel like perhaps it's time to take this opportunity rather than risk staying longer. If fellow Harpers have come for me, I don't want to put any more of you in danger by having more sent on rescue attempts on my behalf.
Yeah, okay. Stamp, any idea?
We could leave him a knife made from the bones of a boar, and he could use it to cut his bonds free as we walk by and flamethrower these tents. Then in all the chaos, when everyone's running back, it's like, do the chores, go to the tents. We go to the tents, and you've run off, and then we run off. That's the best idea I have.
Yeah? Oh, you know what? I think Gilligan can make a duplicate of himself. So maybe he can have that duplicate run off and look like it's stirring up trouble as well?
I think we need like a really big distraction.
I know.
I
Yeah.
can't say I have the highest faith in Gilligan's distractions after this morning.
Yeah, all right. I can burn all this shit.
All right, we should tell the others what we're gonna do.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do then. All right. First things first. Here's your little bone thing. Make sure you got that nice and tight in your hands. All right. You'll know when to run.
I imagine I will.
Yeah, I think I don't know if we can like. Are you in condition to move after you get out? Like, can you weasel your way out yourself, or should we come and get you?
Thanks to your friend's help, I think I'll be able, as long as you can make it take as long as possible for them to notice my absence. The guards by the tent don't spare many looks this way, but you might want to, I don't know, it's just something to make it look from a distance like I'm still here. If you have anything.
The duplicate.
There you go.
Yeah, we just make his duplicate.
I was waiting.
Yeah, to make the. Yep. Yeah, let's do that. All right. Shit,
All right.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go past these mystery tents, and then
The tents who must not be gazed upon.
Man, what the hell is in them?
I'm gonna. I guess I gotta do a stealth check to get back here.
Tamias is evilly making sandcastles.
Luckily, I have
Like,
advantage.
seriously, that's
Oh
not
my
work.
god.
Back from pooping.
What do you think you're... Good lord! He looks at your giant sack on your back. You dispose of that properly. You don't just bring that back on your shoulder. Good God.
Aaron, fuck off!
Can we cut the episode there?
I am okay with that.